Good morning, Will. This is Dr. America. Hope you guys enjoyed my video I made yesterday. I just woke up off today, so I'm happy. Tomorrow I work, obviously. I work at Cocoa Fruity. But I'm with Abney, so it's not that bad, right? I don't mind working when I'm with Abney because it's not less work for me, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, man, Sky's so great in Hollywood, guys. Better copy in Hollywood. Yeah, man, the new Hollywood, obviously. Because I have the keys, I can achieve this dream. If I didn't have the keys, I wouldn't be able to achieve this dream. The gates, I'd be in Hollywood under the gatekeepers, and they'd be taking all my money and giving me peanuts. Yeah. You know everything feels hopeless, Ivan. Just know that you have the keys to the kingdom, which means you can make your easy billions off your book. I have the keys, and even though some people hate on you, Ivan, just dreaming. Obviously, you know the dream is possible because I have the keys, but I have to go through the gatekeepers. Obviously, they're gonna trap me. Obviously, they don't want me being king and working with me. They don't want me controlling my money. They don't want me getting a job fresh myself. That's why they're gonna trap me with the two choices, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, if Ivan makes all the hard actors know, yeah, if Ivan makes his billion, when Ivan makes his billions off his book, I don't know, it's 10 billion, 14 billion off the book. That's enough money for him to start Skystar Game it, yes. And fund his own movie, yes. And fund my own game, yes. It's enough money, obviously. That's why I gotta give you the keys, so we can be a multi-billionaire, Ivan. The gates are never gonna let you be a billionaire. It's not gonna happen. They're envious. Super, they're envious. They're crazy people, yeah. So, Sarah, I have to give the folks my tax form, my tax slips. I forgot to give them that. Yeah, I probably get maybe about 1,800-ish, 1,700, 1,500, maybe 2,000 this year. Yeah, my taxes, right? All that money's going towards my book. Yeah, I have to put it all towards my book, yeah. Good proof, friend. Yeah. Yeah. So once you beat the gates and you come out from death, all the hard actors will be shocked. Yeah, like, holy shit, man, Ivan did it, man. Ivan beat the gates, man. Holy shit. Nobody will ever fuck with the gates. Ivan beat the gates. And now he controls his own money for his book. And you can start Skystar Game it. Yeah, all the actors are like, holy shit, man, Ivan beat the gates. We're shocked. Nobody will ever fuck with gatekeepers. Ivan then bowed to them and he beat the gates, man. Now he controls his own money. Yes, I control my money now. I can start Skystar Entertainment and get all the Hollywood actors out of the Hollywood system, obviously. All the chosen actors for my movies, I get them out of the Hollywood system. I pay them a lot of money, more than what they make in Hollywood. And because me and VJ have our freedom, they get their freedom with us. And they get the experience of glorious success and fame with me, King Ivan, and Queen VJ. Yeah. I told you, it's a one and done, and after you do my movie, you can barely want, even cry. You're gonna go back to Hollywood and let me on, you get what you deserve, man. You're gonna go back to Hollywood and do let me on, you get what you deserve. I'm not gonna do that, man. Don't hate me, yeah. I'm not gonna let you do that, man. You can shed tears and you can cry. I'm not gonna save you for the next movie. You're gonna go back to Halloween left behind. You get what you deserve. I was nice enough to pay all those guys in Hollywood who touched my wife. You got your check, you experienced that glorious sense of fame, and now you're gonna go back to Hollywood and left behind. You get what you deserve. Those women get what they deserve too. Yeah. EJ's nice enough to pay the woman who touched her husband. And now when the movie's over with, they're gonna go back home and let me out and get what they deserve. And there you go. So, Sarah. But they're all gonna really beg me to resign them. They're gonna be desperate. Some of them might cry, Ivan, please, man. Please, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not joking around, man. Please, Ivan, save me. I don't want to be left behind, Ivan. Listen, Ivan, I don't want to work out. I don't want to work for you, Ivan. Please. I want a career for Xanus David, Ivan. Please. I'm saying they're begging. I'm like, look, man, you can beg all you want, and even shed a tear, man. You're not going to. I'm not going to be signing. I'm not going to let you do that, man. I'm not going to have a same action in my movie. I'm sorry. You're not going to next movie, man. You're going to go back to Hollywood left behind. I launched your careers, by the way. All the people who are not A-listers, right? I launched your careers. You're going to be more successful. Ivan, I don't want to go back to Hollywood, man. Even though I know I want to be more successful, man, your company is better than Hollywood, Ivan. I know. You know, I can easily pay them more and give them better perks and make a bunch of movies and crazier fame. My company's better than Hollywood. That's why they're all begging, obviously. But they know I can pay them more, man. The actors are not stupid. They know I can easily pay them more. Yeah, Ivan's giving all the A-listers royalties. And you can easily pay them more. Yes, I can easily pay the actors more. Like John Boyega knows for the greatest hero, I can easily pay him his 10.5. I can give him my 10.6 million of the royalties. Pay him $2 million for the game. He signed a $22 million deal. $700K for the merch. $23 million deal. John Boyega doesn't make $23 million. It'll take a while for him to make that, man. After I do Xanus, John Boyega might negotiate for maybe his 4, his 5, his 6 in Hollywood. 7 if he's lucky. In Hollywood after that. Yeah, he knows I can pay him more. Idris Elba knows I can pay him more. Easy pay him like $14 million for The Great Escape. Easy give Idris Elba 22, 23 million in royalties. 24 million in royalties. He is, that's a 35 plus million deal. No, that's like a 38 million deal. Idris Elba will never make $38 million in Hollywood. He might negotiate for maybe his 10, his 12, his 13, maybe, if he's lucky, Idris Elba, in Hollywood. And you might get a piece of the royalties, but yeah, but I can easily pay him more. He knows that. That's why they're all begging hard. They know I can pay them more money, yeah. Because my company's better in Hollywood. On average, I'm beating out the Hollywood payment structure. But sometimes Hollywood could pay more, but on average, I'm beating out Hollywood. I told you, in Hollywood, the actor does make more, make a lot of money. It's very deceptive because only that one actor got that paycheck, whereas everyone else gets the peanuts. Because Hollywood can't afford to pay all their like main 12, 8 stars or consistent rich millions. They can't afford that. Their budgets are not. They don't have the kind of budgets I have. That's they're more limited how much they can pay the actors. Yeah. Like for Avengers, Robert Downey Jr. is taking all the money. He's making his $100 million, which means all the other actors are getting the peanuts. Maybe 2 other guys make maybe $15 million, $20 million, and everyone else gets their 1, 3, 4, 800K, 500K. That's how it works in Hollywood, right? Yeah. Yeah, man. So, Sarah. I want to start a music production company because I don't want to be distracted doing movies and also doing music, honestly. VJ will tell me, I don't want to start a music production company. I'm like, yeah, VJ, we can do singles on the side where we rent like a studio, we can record and write songs. I don't want to own a music production company. It's just more, we'll make more money, but it's just more work for us. So I'm saying, but if I do have a music production company, which I won't, I'll have the same payment structure for the musician artists, obviously. Like a big artist gets like 15 million, you give them a nice piece of the royalties too. That's how it works for the music production company too, for the album, the album sales, right? You know, you can get all the music artists out of the hall. It's just about not starting a music production company. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just Sky Source. And I'll do singles with you. You don't want to do singles with me. I want to do a few singles with you. We can just rent a studio, a recording studio, and our doc team can film our music videos easily, right? Yeah. Because VJ will want to do singles with me. She loves music. So she'll want to do singles with me. Wow, my main focus will be Sky's Entertainment. Obviously. Yeah, VJ, even though it's cool being a famous music artist, being an actor, being a famous movie star is much cooler, VJ. Yeah, I know, it's cooler, yeah. I'd rather be a movie star. My dream is not being a musician, a famous musician. It's to be a famous movie star, VJ. You say, okay, well, start Sky's Entertainment. Well, I want to do some singles with you on the side. Yeah, VJ, we'll do singles on the side, but I want to focus on Sky's Entertainment. So I'm saying, yeah. Yeah. And Zane's will be a masterpiece. Really, Ivan? Yeah, man, a masterpiece. There's a reason why the gates won't control your brand, Ivan. They know how good your work is. Yeah, Ivan wrote an amazing book, yeah. Heard my father talking, he's like, how the heck can you come up with a story like that? They were shocked when they were like, well, yeah, it's a masterpiece. And my stepmother told me, yeah, Ivan, Hollywood would love your book. It'd be all over your story, Ivan. She told me Hollywood would love your story, Ivan. And she told me, yeah, your book is number one, Ivan. She told me that, yeah. Best fast novel ever written, I know. But that money's for me, VJ, it's not for you. Zero. The money for the book is for me, VJ, it's not for you. The billions of the books for me, VJ, it's not for you. So I'm yeah. 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 How much money do you make every book, Ivan? 10 to 14 to 20 million. Or I'm shocked that I make more, but if the whole world buys my book, I'll make my 80, 90, 100 billion off the book. If everyone in the world buys it, it's not going to happen. Because the majority of the world don't even speak English, don't understand English. People who don't understand English are not going to buy my book. They can't read it. They don't understand it. Why would you buy a book you can't read? Like, duh. It's the English-speaking world, I'll buy it. Mainly Europe, North America, that's the main area. Then you have New Zealand, Australia, those places will buy it. And the people in the foreign countries who understand English well enough will buy it. But the ones who don't will not buy it. So there. That's why it narrows it down to 10, 14, 20 billion off the book I make. If the whole world buys, I'll be pulling in my 80, 90, 100 billion. But it's not going to happen, obviously. It might happen. I highly doubt it, though. The people who understand English are not going to buy it. Like, duh, it's common sense. They don't understand it. And so I'll be making my 10, 14 to 20 billion off the book. But the foreign will be a bit pissed off. Oh, I wish Ivan translated this. Yeah, they can't read my book. They don't understand it. I'm sorry, man. I can't afford to translate my book, man. I don't have that kind of money, man. I can only sell it in English. Well, that's what I can afford, right? Don't hate him, son. Yeah. 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 So Vijay will be curious. Yes, you will. When I meet her, she said, how much did you make off your book by the way? When you go to the hotel, I'm like, yeah, I made $14.5 million. You made $14.5 million off your book? I'm like, yeah, I did. She's like, holy shit. It's a lot of money. I know it's a lot of money. Yeah. We started that film studio. I know. Start the film studio. And I'll turn my book into an adaptation into a movie. I'll adapt my story. My last was saying story into a movie. Look at an amazing movie. How much you make for Ivan? $1.8 million. My Xanus movie. Oh, I make an amazing movie, obviously. You got to give Peter an unlimited budget, right? You don't want to do a thing where you give Peter a $300 million budget. It'll still be pretty good, but Peter is a bit limited. You need to give Peter Mel Gibson an unlimited budget. That way, whatever they want to do, they can do for the movie. And they're happy, obviously. Because every director's dream is to get a nice paycheck, a nice contract, and to get an unlimited budget. You got to give Peter an unlimited budget for your Xanus movie. That way, it's not risky for me, Vijay. We have the keys again. We're going to make our billions back. So, Sarah. See, if I didn't have the keys, I wouldn't make it for $1 million. I'd probably make it for maybe $300 million to reduce the risk. But $1 million is not risky for me. We're going to make our billions off the movie, man. I don't know, our $6 billion, $7 billion bucks off the movie. It's a good investment. We're going to make our money back. Like $4 or $5 billion in profit we're going to make. It's a good investment. Yeah. Before I said $1 billion, but nah, Xanus, you got to put even more than $1 billion towards it. You got to put like $1.8 billion towards it, man. You got to put a lot of money towards it if you want to make it tell. If you want everything to be devils and have an amazing world, like amazing war, you got to put a lot of money to it and have enough money to pay the actors a lot of money and the crew more money. You got to have a big budget. That way you make an amazing movie. Peter's shocked. You're making Xanus for almost $2 million. I'm like, yeah, he's like, holy shit. Looking at an unheard of budget, and I know Peter. He's all happy, excited. Ivan, thank you, man. You signed into a huge deal, $1 billion+ deal, and you also gave me on the budget, man. He's like, sign me up, man. I'm excited for this movie, Ivan. He signs that contract, Peter. But he's greedy. He might want more money. What about $1 billion to do all this? I'm like, no, Peter. You get $700 million. You get your $200 million for the merch. What about the game? I'm like, no, Peter. I'm not paying money for the game. A $1.2 million deal for you is enough. Stop being greedy. So I'm sorry. If I make my 20, I can give you $250 million for the game and $850 million for the movie. And you sign your $1.3 billion deal in Canadian money, which is $1.65 billion in your New Zealand money. You sign a $1.6 billion deal. That's a massive contract for Peter. I want a bit more than that. What about a $2 billion deal? I'm like, Peter, you're getting greedy, man. I'm not going to pay you more than that, man. I'm just messing, man. This is not money for me. I don't even make this in Hollywood. Yes, this is more than what you made for Lord of the Rings in Hollywood, Peter. Stop being greedy. It's a deal, Ivan. He signs that contract, yeah. Peter, Mel Gibson signs that massive contract too. It's like $350 million deal. Mel Gibson, yeah, he signs that contract, whoever I choose. Yeah. Do I get money for the promos, Ivan? Yeah, Peter. I'll pay you $500K for the magazine promos and commercials. Because he's big, pay $500K. That's a good deal for Peter. And you get the perks too, which is nice, obviously, right? Yeah. So you're paying Peter a lot of money because he's big? Yes. Yes, he's big, obviously. Peter's not worth $1 billion deal. He's worth maybe his 400, 500 million deal. But I'm paying him more money that way. He's happy and he's sharing the goal with me and he works harder for me. Because Xanus will be a lot of work. Filming for 1 year is dirty work. That's why you gotta make sure you pay Peter a lot of money. That way he works hard for you. Even though the work is stressing for him, like directing the movie, get him all to work for like a year plus perhaps. A year, he'll work hard, but he knows he's gonna get his fat check. He's gonna get his merch money. Yeah, Peter, you film the movie, you get your 65 million. After filming, you get your 10 million bonus. And then when I release the merch and I make my millions off that, you get your rich 200 million check, which is nice. And once I release the movie and I get my check, you get your $700 million in your bank. That's a good deal for Peter, obviously. If I make 14, if I make 20, he gets his $250 million for the game too, obviously. Peter, it's a good deal for him. For Lord of the Rings, you only made, for Lord of the Rings, I only made $250 million. I'm making way more money than I made for Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Are you more excited for my movie, Peter? Of course I am. Are you fucking kidding me, Ivan? You're acting as tacky as VJ's Lithia. And your story's better than Lord of the Rings. You gave me all the budget and you paid me more money, Ivan. I'm gonna work harder for you. You tell me that, Peter. I wanna work much harder for you, Ivan. Fuck Hollywood, Ivan. You might tell me that, Peter. Fuck you, Ivan. They gave me a shade and $900 budget, I know, Peter. And they paid me with less money, I know. Yeah. So Peter is a nerd. Yeah, all directors are nerds. All directors want a big paycheck, and their dream is to have an unlimited budget, obviously. Every director's dream is to have an unlimited budget. Like the budget I'm giving Peter, and that's why he'll become blind by his grief in the movie, Peter. He's a nerd. Yeah, I want to make the best movie possible. He's blind by his greed for the movie, Peter. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro's blind by his greed too. He's the assistant director. They're all blind by their greed. Yeah, he wants to make the best movie possible. That's why he might push for lower salaries. That way, more money goes towards the movie because he's blind by his greed, Peter. I'm like, Peter, no. Pay the crew 150K, not 60K. Sometimes that way they work hard for you. Sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. John, you're gonna film Zane's in IMAX? Yes. I want Zane's filmed in IMAX. IMAX is like the best camera in Hollywood. Peter, is IMAX the best camera in Hollywood? Yeah, it's pretty much the best camera in Hollywood, Ivan. Yeah, they're very expensive though, but because my budget is so big, I can afford it. I can afford to rent a good 16, 17 cameras for the movie. Peter, is 16 cameras enough? I don't wanna like waste money and get 30. No, Ivan, 16 cameras is enough for the movie. You don't want to waste money. Yeah, I don't wanna rent like 30 cameras. You're wasting money, man. That'll just cost me like 25 million bucks. 30 million dollars. I'm wasting money. I'll rent a good 16, 17 cameras for the movie. That's enough. We also have to get all the equipment for the cameras, and Peter will be helping me with all that stuff. Yeah, I know all the best equipment for your cameras, the light equipment, sound equipment. I know the best cameras in Hollywood. IMAX is pretty much one of the best cameras in Hollywood, Ivan. You want to get those cameras in the movie? You want to film in IMAX, Ivan? Yeah, Peter, IMAX. IMAX film, not IMAX digital, Peter. You film it in IMAX digital, you're going to get the Hobbit look. You know. Digital cameras are good for movies like Star Wars, but for my movie, I don't want digital cameras. Otherwise, you're going to get that Hobbit look, the computer look. I don't like that look. I want the more the natural, like Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll do that, Ivan, and Peter helps me all the calls, obviously. Yeah. 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 That's what. Yeah. Peter's like, I know all the best equipment for your visual effects departments. So the sound mixing department, the visual effects, special effects department, and the editing department. I know all the best stuff. I know all the best computers for your special effects, Simon. Because when you do special effects, they have a bunch of computers that render all the visual effects. We can get the best stuff. We get like, I don't know, 200 computers, 300 computers to render the visual effects. And you have the computers where the people work on the special effects, the equipment for the sound, the equipment and computers for the editing. You get the best stuff. And Peter's, I know all the best stuff. I have my own white digital company. And Peter Jackson's white digital company might be working on my movie, right? I'll either hire my own official visual effects team, or I'll have Peter's white digital team work on my movie. Obviously. That way Peter knows all the guys. Yeah, I don't do it, obviously. Yeah. So, Sarah? Yeah. So what a workshop will be creating the mask. Yeah, what a workshop they also do the mask too. So when I say mask design, it's part of the White Digital team, obviously. White Digital will be responsible for the armor and the weapons and the mask. They're going to be creating a prosthetic mask too. You have to have a big, like, 80, 100 team to pull it off, to create all those thousands of masks arm and weapons. You have to have a big team, obviously. And I have to split the crewman's paycheck. And the ones who work 3 years, who start work second year, you have to split their money. You pay them $30K the second year, and then $100K. They get a nice check the third year, and then fourth year they get a smaller $20,000 check. That's a good deal for them all. See, they make like $30K in Hollywood. Yeah, it's a good paycheck for them. So I mean, it might be a bit pissed off. I have 20 grand for 1 year. I'm like, look, man, I can't afford to pay you more than this, man. Like, even though it's not that much money, I paid you. I'm paying you a big check the third year. You get your $100K. So it's a good deal for you. Yeah. Please, Ivan, that's a good paycheck. In Hollywood, they make like $30K Ivan for the whole movie. Yeah, I know. Ivan, I know you worry. They might not work as hard for you because you're splitting their money. Trust me, they're going to work hard for you. They make like $30K in Hollywood for the whole movie, Ivan. They make nothing in Hollywood. Yeah, they do dirty work for peanuts. Yeah. But everyone in this world wants to make more money for themselves. That's why beware the crew in Ivan. Some of them might want 180, 200K. I'm like, no, I'm not paying you that. You got your 150K. I was nice to put $400 of my money into the budget to pay you. 150K. I'm not paying more money. I'm sorry. Please, Ivan, you're gonna drain the budget if you pay them like 150K. You can't afford that, man. And they're not worth it, Ivan. I know, but they're not worth it. Yeah, Ivan. Trust me, don't worry about Ivan. They're gonna work hard for me, man. For Lord of the Rings, they made nothing to work hard for me. They made nothing. They made like 30K, 40K for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. Tell me that, yeah. You're paying them 150K. It's a good paycheck for them. Yeah, it's a good paycheck. They're gonna work hard for me, Ivan. Don't worry about it. Please buy my degree. Yeah, it's actually funny. Yeah. I'm gonna tell the presidents, when you sign the rest of the crewmen, if they get greedy and they want 180, 200K, you have to be sure and say, no, we can't afford to pay any more than this, guys. Can't you put money into the budget? I'm like, no, if you think 1 second I'm gonna put money in the budget, you're fucking crazy. I already put $400 of my money into the budget to make sure you get paid 150K. I'm not putting any more money into the budget, man. This is my final offer. You don't like this, guys. You're one to work in Hollywood and make you less money. You're 40K, 30K if you don't like my offer. It's a deal. I mean, I give you a good deal. Some of the supervisors for the visual effects team and cinematographers might get cocky and want 4. I'm like, guys, I can't afford to pay you 4. You get your $2 million. All the supervisors for the main camera guys get their $2 million. I'll have a good maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 main camera guys, and there's a good maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 supervisors for the visual effects team. They get their 2, and everyone else gets 170. What about 250 of my guys? I can't afford to pay 250. You get 170, man. I can't afford to pay that, man. Well, can't you put money into the budget? I'm like, guys, I'm not going to put money into the budget. I already put $400 of my money into the budget. I'm not putting more money into the budget. You're getting greedy, I'm sorry. You get your 170. You don't make this. You make like your 60K in Hollywood, 50K in Hollywood. It's a deal, Ivan. Yeah, it's a good deal. They work hard for me, yeah. Yeah. So the crewmen agree too. Yes, they are. Everyone in this world wants to make more money for themselves, man. That's why you gotta be careful. They're greedy too, the crewmen, man. You gotta be careful. They'll accept my deal because they don't make this in Hollywood. They make like their 30K in Hollywood, man. It's a deal. I don't even make this in Hollywood. Yeah, you make your like 30K in Hollywood. I made sure the crewmen got paid, the actors got paid, and everyone works really hard for me and Peter and VJ. So I'm sorry. Make an amazing movie together, yeah. Holy shit, Ivan, 100K? That's a lot of money, man. Yeah. Even though you're getting a small salary for the 4th year and 2nd year, the 3rd year I'm paying you a rich 100K. That way you're happy. And you got a nice paycheck. You can feed your family with that money. That money doesn't have to last you for a couple of years, like 2 years. Year and a half, 2 years. Nice paycheck for the crewmen. And man, as they're going to work really hard for me. Because Ivan, they're going to work really hard for me, man. I know, Peter. Like, Lord of the Rings, they made like 30K, Ivan. And they work hard for me. Yeah, the crewmen still work hard for Peter for Lord of the Rings, and they made like their 30K. 35K, yeah, and they work hard for Peter. I'm sorry? That's why, in my opinion, New Line was cold to pay those Orvings actors peanuts. And they should have given the actors a deal. Look, man, if the movie's successful, you get a piece of the points, like $1 million worth of the points. And the Lord of the Rings actors were not fortunate enough to get a deal like that. Whereas Peter got a deal like that, he got 10% of the gross. So he was guaranteed going to get his paycheck. Peter did not get 10% of the gross profits. He got 10%, I think, of the gross sales, I think. I'm correct. So he was guaranteed going to make his money. I don't know if it's gross sales or gross profits. I don't know. But Peter was lucky enough to get 10% of the gross. That's why he made $2 million. Those other actors did not get a piece of the gross. That's why they made nothing, man. That's why the New Line executives are fucking evil. And when you read the book, there's a passage in the book when you read, obviously, one of the New Line executives told Elijah Wood he has a crappy agent. You could have negotiated for more money. He told Elijah Wood that. And Peter stood up for Elijah Wood. Hey, man, don't tell an actor that, man. The actor might not work as hard for you. Yeah, Peter stood up for Elijah Wood. He told the executive, hey, man, don't tell an actor that, man. Yeah, he told yeah, it's in the book. And Sean Austin complained about his check. He got a shitty paycheck. He only got $250K for Lord of the Rings. And they still work hard for Peter. So you don't imagine how hard these things are work for me. They all signed multi-million deals. They're going to work really hard for me, man. I paid them a lot of money. Yeah. And even though Ivan's a greedy pig, and he's taking all the treasure because he's worth the money, obviously. It's his money, obviously. He's generous enough to pay us put a lot of money into his salary budget, to pay us a lot, make sure we get paid, and he's giving us a piece of the gold. Yes. So even though I'm very greedy, obviously, I'm taking most of the treasure, I'm also generous. I'm sharing some of the treasure with the actors. And Peter, and I pay him a rich salary. I'm not cheap like New Line. You pay the actors in peanuts for dirty work, Samsara. Yeah. So executives could have paid lawyers, actors more. Of course they could have. They're just cheap. Yeah, they're cheap. When you read the book, one of the executives, I don't know who it was, but these were Bob Sugar and Michael Lynn. They told Elijah Wood he has a crappy agent. We could have paid double. They told him that, and then Peter was like, "What the heck? Don't tell an actor that." He told the executives, "Hey man, don't tell an actor that, man. They can lose respect for you." Yeah, Peter told the executives that. But Peter's a greedy pig, man. He took all that treasure from himself for Lord of the Rings. Peter Jackson even made more than Bob Shane and Michael Lynn. He made more than those guys. Those guys did not make $250 million off Lord of the Rings. No. Peter is the one who got paid. He got paid all the money. He took all that treasure himself. He's a greedy pig. Greedy. Yeah, it's mine. It's all mine. Yeah, he took it all for himself. Yeah. It's a greedy pig, man. Yeah. Peter might tell you, Ivan, you're greedy too. Yeah, well, I tell Peter, look, man, I'm not paying more money. You're getting greedy. Ivan, what about you, man? You're greedy too, man. You're taking all these blames for yourself. Yeah, Peter, because this is my money. I'm worth the money. I'm the son of God. He's the spirit of God. The whole world's making buzzing with money because of us. And we're the boss. That's how we're taking all the money. I'm still giving you a good deal, Peter. You don't make this in Hollywood. But Peter's greedy. He wants to make a chunk of that. He's greedy, obviously. I'm like, no, Peter, I'm not paying more money. The actor's agent might want more money. I'm like, no, I'm not paying the actor more money. This is good enough for the actors. You don't like it, you want a lot of work, I'll make less money. That's a deal I got. Here's a deal. I'm sorry. So some of the actors will be a bit envious about your contract. Of course they will, but they know, even though I'm making way more than you guys, just know that I pay you a lot of money. Even though Ivan's making way more than us, he's very generous, man. He signed us to a massive deal. Yes, I signed you to a good deal. I signed you to a deal where you never have to work again, man. You can retire off this money, man. You got your millions in your bank. You make 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, 8 million, 10 million, 11 million. That money is enough for you to retire for the next 20, 30 years of your life, man. Yeah. Depends how stupid you are with your money, right? Yeah. I gave them a good deal. I'm not cheap like New Line executives who pay the lawyers actors shitty money for dirty work. So I'm sorry, yeah. But Peter might tell me, Ivan, like, why are you giving the actors royalties? They're not worth your money, Ivan. They're not worth your royalties, Ivan. Like, just pay them their flat salaries enough. I know, Peter, Ivan, like, if you pay them their flat salaries, they're so hard. Yeah, I know. Even if I paid the actors their base without points, They still work hard for me because they're getting $1.5 million for the game, $2 million for the game. They still work hard for me, but they might be a bit pissed off because they want a piece of that gold. Even though I'm making a lot of money, it'd be nice to get a piece of Ivan's gold. You give them royalties, and they even work harder for you. They're now more invested in your movie because they're sharing the gold with some of the gold with you, and they all work hard for you. I don't do it, and they destroy the role. They work hard for you. Because they know, even though after they got paid their rich base, they're gonna get their money for the game, their money for the merch, and then once I release the movie again, a nice multi-million-dollar royalty check, which is nice off the film, the 4K Blu-ray film profits, the back-end film profits. I'm saying, yeah. Yeah. So Peter might want Vigo instead of Don Gio. He might. The only problem with Vigo is his age. He'll be like pushing 80 when he films a movie. He's 65 now. Yeah, Vigo's 65 now. Let's say I film Xanus in 2037. 2036, 2037. Vigo will be pushing, yeah, he'll be like 78 when he films Xanus. 79 when he films Xanus. He'll be older. That's the problem with Vigo. Whereas Don Cheadle will be in his early 70s, like 73 maybe. Don Cheadle, 74. He's younger. Yeah. Vigo's contract on match with Don Cheadle. Vigo's worth $40 million now. So you can give him $10 million and $16 million at the back end. Obviously. Even if Vigo's worth $50 million, I'm not going to go any higher than $16 million because Maramis is not like he's a pretty major character. He's not a really major character. He's pretty major. So you don't want Vigo and Don Cheadle duping you, right? Don Cheadle gets his 10, $16 million in the back, and I can match Vigo's contract with him for the movie. Vigo gets his 10 million for his base and 16 million of the film profits. It's a good deal for Vigo, obviously. Vigo's like, holy shit, I pay you 2 million for the game, and you get your like million, like 2 for the merch. Vigo signed like his 30 million deal. Don Cheadle signed his 30 million deal, which is like 20 million after taxes. So Vigo and Don Cheadle walk away with like 11 million in their bank after taxes. It's a good paycheck for them, obviously. Some Sarah. Yeah, good paycheck for them, obviously. Yeah, Don Cheadle's all shocked. He said, holy shit, I don't make this all. I make like my 5 in Hollywood, my 6 in Hollywood, my 7 in Hollywood. He was like, I make my 6, 7 in Hollywood. Lord of the Rings, I made nothing, man. Yeah, Vigo will tell me that if I choose him. Your company blows hot water, I know. Yeah, that way they work hard for you. They're not pissed off, obviously. Vigo had an amazing performance in Lord of the Rings. He worked his ass off for Peter, and he only made like his $1 million, I heard, around there. I heard Vigo got about the same money as Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood, I heard, made his million. Vigo, I think, made his million too, his $1.5 million or something like that for the movie. And everyone else got peanuts. The only one who got paid a lot of money was Ian McKellen. Ian McKellen made his $13 million, so he got paid. Was all the other actors got shitty money, like $250K, $175K, $200K. Alana Bloom, I heard, made $175,000 for Lord of the Rings. And Sean Astin and Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd made their $250K, I think. Yeah, $250K for Lord of the Rings. Shitty fucking paycheck, man, for a Hollywood actor. For an average person, that's a lot of money, but for a Hollywood actor, that's a shitty paycheck, man. Yeah, because New Line's fucking evil, man. Like, you guys should have given, I'm talking to you, New Line, you guys should have given the actors a deal. If the movie's successful, you get a piece of the back end. Like, the actors, all Lord of the Rings actors get $1 million each for each movie or something like that. If the movie's successful, they didn't give them a deal like that. Yeah, you guys get your $3 million if the movie is successful. If all 3 movies are successful, you get your $1 million for the back end for each movie. And they only paid Ian his money and Peter his money, and everyone else made nothing for Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Ian McKellen got his money. He got paid. He got his $13 million. All those Oregon actors made nothing, man. They made like $250K, man. Nothing. Ian McKellen made all the dough, obviously. It's $13 million. But Peter is the one who made the real money. He made his $250 million off Lord of the Rings. He took all that treasure himself. He's a greedy pig, Peter. Yeah, he's greedy. But Peter deserved the money. Yeah, he deserved the money. It was his money, obviously. It's Peter's money. He deserved it, obviously. He made his money, obviously. But those Oregon actors deserved a piece of the back end and a piece of Peter's money. They deserved at least $1 million of Peter's money, at least, man. $1 million of Peter's money, obviously. But Peter, because he's greedy, I want to accept this. He took the whole thing for himself, obviously. It was Peter's money, so that money belonged to him. It's his money, obviously. But New Line could have at least given the actors a deal. If the movie's successful, you get, if Fellowship Ring is successful, you get $1 million, $1 million bonus. If Two Towers is successful, you get another $1 million bonus. And if Return of the King is successful, you get another $1 million bonus. That's what I would have done for the actors. Okay, I'm taking a risk on this movie. It's risky. If the movie is successful, you guys get your $1 million for each movie. You get $3 million for each of them. $3 million for the 3 movies. $1 million each. That's a good deal. Pretty good deal for the actors. Those Oregon actors worked hard. They got nothing, man. They made nothing for Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I would never pay an actor $250K once a year. That's a slap in the face, man. Nah, man. They will lose respect for you. They're not going to work hard for you, man. They're going to slack off. Well, Ivan's fucking cheap. Yeah, I'm not cheap. I'm very generous, obviously. I'm greedy where I'm taking most of me and Vijay are taking most of the treasure, but I'm also generous to pay you guys a good salary and give you a piece of the gold. The way you work hard for me and you don't slack off. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Yeah. But Peter did launch their careers. It's because of Lord of the Rings. All these Lord of the Rings actors are pretty successful now. Like Lord of the Rings is what launched Orlando Bloom's career. After Lord of the Rings, he did Pirates of the Caribbean. He did Kingdom of Heaven. So it launched his career. Obviously, whereas Ian McKellen was already pretty big when he did Lord of the Rings. Don Madigan launched his career. It launched Billy Boyd's career. It launched now they're all multi-millionaires. All Lord of the Rings actors are all multi-millionaires. So it launched their careers, but Peter is obviously a greedy pig. He took the whole treasure himself. Lord of the Rings. He's a fucking greedy pig, man. That guy. He's greedy. It's mine. It's all mine. Yeah, he's greedy, Peter. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right, you're greedy too, man. You're taking all that treasure for yourself. Yeah, Peter, you know why I'm taking all that treasure, because I'm worth the money, man. Me and Peter's the main show, not you. That's why we're making most of the money. I'm so nice to give you a good deal and pay all the actors a lot of money. I'm generous, Peter. I'm not cheap like you, whereby you took all that treasure for yourself for The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and King Kong, man. You like doing that. You like taking all the money for yourself and giving it, and everyone else gets peanuts. That's what you like doing, Peter. Yeah, Peter's greedy. Yeah. So all the Zane stars will tell you, we're gonna work hard for you. Yeah, alright, then fuck off. I'm gonna work hard for you. Yeah. Carl will tell me, I'm gonna work much hard for you, man. You signed me to a fucking 12 million deal. For Lord of the Rings, I made like my 100K, Ivan. Yeah, he'll tell me that. I made nothing for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. And I got fed like, yeah. When you read the news, some of the news, Kate Blanchett said that for lunch they had like sandwiches and that kind of stuff. Yeah, and somebody said, when you read the book, they did give them a buffet, but they served them like spaghetti and like beef, chili beef, right? They serve them spaghetti and like chili beef and like potatoes and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what they serve the actors. My company, you get an all-you-can-eat buffet, luxury buffet. Yeah, my company blows out the water. Don't serve the actors like sandwiches, that kind of stuff for lunch. No, man, you got to give them an unheard of buffet with your salty pork, your rice, your pizza, your thin crust pizza, your sliders, your ribs and your wings. Yeah, your lobster, your sushi, an amazing buffet. The way they work hard for you, Samsara. Yeah. With the movie. Previously, you're serving the cast and crew that kind of food. I'm like, yeah, Lord of the Rings, we had like sandwiches, man. Real tough. Seriously, Lord of the Rings, we got served like spaghetti and chili beef and like sandwiches, man. And you're serving all you can eat buffet like that. I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, man. Your company goes all the water. I can't wait to work on a movie and eat that amazing food. Peter's blind by yeah, Peter, I'm excited too. Your company blows out of the water. I know Peter blows out of the water. Peter, I need you to help me make the calls with food. Yeah, I'm not helping you with that. And Peter helps me make the calls with food. We call the farm in Switzerland and we buy all the food for the buffet. Yeah, how much people are you feeding? We're feeding 1,500 people. For how long? For 2 years. Okay. Most people are going to be eating 2 to 3 plates, and they give me an estimated order at how much we have to order. Because by 3 plates, everyone should be full. Only a few people might eat maybe 4 plates. By 3 plates, everyone will be full. The buffets are meant to fill you up. So after everyone eat, yeah, even after 2, 3 plates, everyone will be full. That's enough. Yeah, it's enough food. Obviously. Some Sarah? Yeah. That's why the crew and cast are going to demolish that menu, man. It's going to be crazy. They're going to demolish all the food. The whole thing gets finished. Yeah, it's amazing food. Your sliders, your thin crust pizza, your poutine, your crispy fries, your ribs, your wings. You know what I'm saying? Your salty beef, salty pork, salty chicken, spicy beef, spicy chicken, spicy beef, spicy pork, sweet beef, sweet pork, sweet chicken. You have different options of fried rice. You have your chicken balls, you have your sauces, you have your huge salad bar, coleslaw, potato salad, macaroni salad, you have your lettuce, you have all your veggies and your vegetables and your fruits. You have chicken, chopped chicken for a Cobb salad option, fish. You have different kinds of sushi, you have different kinds of lobster, your cucumbers, your Brussels sprouts, all that stuff. Yeah, amazing buffet menu, man. Yeah. Amazing menu, yeah, man. And if you do that, the actors are going to work harder for you. Because there's nothing worse than filming for 1 year, doing that bus 1 year, and you're getting served shitty food, man. No, man. Like, serve them good food. Don't serve them sandwiches and that kind of stuff. No. Serve them an all-you-can-eat amazing buffet. That way, they brightens up the mood. Because the actors are going to be stressed out working for a year, man. You're looking at a year, maybe a year and 2 months of production. Something crazy. People tell me, I mean, for your movie, it'll take a good year. A year minimum to film, man. I'll tell me, I worked on Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, man. You gotta prep yourself mentally. Working for 1 year, shooting a movie for 1 year is not fun, Ivan. People tell me that it's not fun. You know what I'm saying? But for your movie, it'll be a bit more fun for me, Ivan, because I know the end product will be so cool. I know once the world sees you in the movie, you will be in the movie, yeah, man, and all the demon characters. I'm excited for this movie, Ivan. I know Peter. He's blind by screen for the movie, Peter. Yeah, he's blind by screen. I can't wait for this movie. I know, Peter. Relax. I know. I can't wait either. Yeah, it's actually funny. I'm saying, yeah, if you got a purpose of mentally, man, working for 1 year is not fun, man. It's plus 1 tears. Yeah, dirty work for Peter Guillermo del Toro, because I'm paying Peter his $65 million, which is like, I don't know, 70-something million in his New Zealand money. He's making his $70-something million in his New Zealand money for my movie. He'll work hard for me. Yeah, Peter. 65 million is, I don't know, like 78 million in New Zealand money. So Peter's making his like 77 million for during production. He'll work hard, but he's getting his fat check, obviously. And he knows he's going to get his $700 million off the movie and his $200 million off the merch. He'll work hard. He's getting paid. He signs $1.2 billion deal. He'll work hard for me, Peter. I'm sorry. Now, or Mel Gibson, who I choose, right? Mel Gibson will work hard for me too. He's getting us $40 million during the 1-year production. Mel Gibson, if I choose him right now. Yeah. So Peter will help you with the main calls, yes. The hotel party. Okay, Peter. Ivan, you're gonna do a red carpet? Yes, I will. Ivan, where do you plan on doing it? I plan on doing it at a luxury hotel. Oh, a luxury hotel. What hotel are you thinking of renting? Yeah, Peter, I'm thinking of doing a 2-day party. A 2-day all-you-can-drink alcohol party for the cast and crew, and I host a red carpet event at the hotel. Oh, what hotel are you thinking of? I'm thinking of the Bergdorf Resort in Switzerland. Oh, in Switzerland? Yeah, Peter, we're filming Xanus in Switzerland. I want to do the red carpet where we film the movie. Okay, Ivan, that's cool. You're renting that hotel, the Bergdorf Hotel? I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, that's fucking nice. I show him the pictures. That's a beautiful hotel, Ivan. How doesn't do this? I know. You're gonna host the hotel party there and the red carpet there. I'm like, yeah, Peter. He's like, holy shit. I'm not helping with that. And we call the hotel and we tell them we want to do a 2-day party event and have a red carpet event there at the hotel. And you fly in the owners and the managers, and my deal is $11.1 million for the deal. That's a good deal for them, obviously. All right, what about 20? I'm like, no, you rip me off. You get $11.1 million is a good deal for you guys. Stop being greedy. You can pocket most of the millions, but you have to put some of the money. You got to put at least a good, I don't know, 800 grand, 500 grand, $1 million towards the event, and the rest of the money you guys can pocket. Yeah, some of this money I want it going towards the event. Okay, Ivan. So you want a red carpet event, a 2-day party at all you can drink alcohol free of charge for the cast and crew. And I want an event there where you have billboards, posters of the 3 volumes and the background. Okay, you want a red carpet event at the hotel, Ivan? Yes. It starts off inside, leads outside. Okay, Ivan. And they make an amazing event for your movie. Red carpet event for your movie, obviously. My Xanus movie. And my deal is $11 million for a deal. I'm saying I'm not going any higher than that. You know. He's like, you do red carpet at that hotel. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man. And I say, Hollywood doesn't do that. I know, Peter. Your company blows out of water. I know, blows out of water. And Peter has how we make the calls with the cameras. We're going to rent, I don't know, a good 16, 17 film IMAX cameras for the movie. Peter, can we put 4K technology in the cameras? We can do that. We put 4K technology into the cameras. You know what I'm saying? It's released on 4K Blu-ray. Peter's like, I need 4K Blu-ray. I'm like, holy shit, that's Dolby Vision, Dolby Sound. I know, Peter. I'm looking at a Honor experience at home. I know, Peter. 4K Blu-ray, Honor experience at home. My movie. I don't know. Something fucking nice. Here's a guy, Ivan, the theater chains can't handle your movie. You're looking at $1 billion plus people going to theaters. They can't handle it, Ivan. Yeah, I know. I went on Google. Can the theater chains handle a billion customers? It says no. The AI overview said no. It cannot handle 1 billion customers. Too much work for the employees. Yeah, I know. And so my only option is either streaming or 4K Blu-ray. 4K Blu-ray, and I said, can Amazon handle a billion customers? It says yes. Amazon can handle 1 billion customers. They just need preparation. Yeah. Amazon can handle 1 billion orders, obviously, but the theater chains can't handle a billion orders because Amazon's bigger than all the theater chains around the world, right? They're a $1 trillion huge company. They have warehouses all over the world, and they have 1 million plus employees. They can handle 1 billion orders. 800 million, 700 million orders. They can handle it. That's why I'm signing with Amazon as my distributors, obviously. Me and VJ get 8%. You guys get 20% of the profits. That's a deal, guys. So, sir. Because Ivan, Amazon's a good company. They can handle that. Yeah, they're a huge company, Ivan. I know they can handle all that. Ivan, can I have more of that box set, Ivan? I'm like, no, Peter. You get 700 million for the film profits. I'm not giving you more than that, man. You're getting greedy, I'm saying. I'm just messing with you, Ivan. It's more than money for me. Yeah, for something greedy, I'm saying. You could give him money for the game, but what I'm paying him is enough, right? Like, you could give Peter 200 million for the game if you want. We'll see what happens, obviously. That way he makes a bit more money. But, I mean, what I'm paying him is enough. You know. Yeah. So we'll rent 16 to 17 film IMAX cameras, and we'll also have to get the equipment for the cameras. All the best equipment for the cameras, the lighting equipment, sound equipment, the camera moving stands. We have to rent that. The drones. Hey Peter, how much drones do you want to rent for the movie? We can rent a good 6 drones. That's enough. Yeah, we'll rent a good 6 drones for the high shots. So I want high shots in my movie too, obviously. We rent a good 6 of the best drones in Hollywood. We can get the best ones, obviously. And Peter has something with the visual effects. We're gonna make all the calls for the best equipment for all the departments. And Peter helps me. I know all the best stuff for visual effects, Ivan. And we rent or we buy. Most likely we can rent it. We rent all the best stuff for the visual effects. That's gonna be shipped to my building, right? All the visual effects stuff will be shipped to my building, obviously. And the IMS cameras, they're probably going to deliver the IMS cameras to my office. And then once, during second Euro, I have to ship it all to Switzerland on a plane. You have to ship it all to Switzerland on a plane, the IMS cameras. And all the equipment for the cameras, that has to get shipped. I'll ship it on a plane to Switzerland. I can afford it. It's pocket change, obviously. Because, yeah, if you guys ship all this on a plane, Ivan, yeah, I'll ship it on a plane. You put it in a plane, put it in my jet, and the pilot ships it all to Switzerland. And then Peter will help me with the costumes, armor, and the weapons, the tools for the armor and the weapons, and the costumes, the sewing equipment. You know what I'm saying? The fabric for the clothing, and also the material to create the prosthetic mask. I don't know if I'll be using a machine like Peter. Do they have machines that print masks, or you have to make it like by hand? No, Ivan, they have machines for that. Okay, we can rent machines for it. If they don't have machines, they have to make it by hand. But we'll see what happens, obviously. And Peter knows I know all the best stuff for your prosthetic masks and everything. You wanted something like that, we have alive, and I'm like, yeah, Peter. Yeah, for Lord of the Rings, technology was not as good back then. We can get better prosthetic masks for the movie, Ivan. Yeah. Ivan, why don't you just do CGI? It's less work for the team. I'm like, Peter, I don't want full CGI Airtat. I do not like your... Yes, he'll be a devil, but he'll look a bit computery. I don't like that as I look for your movie, Peter. Yeah, I should just say, yeah, your orcs in Lord of the Rings look much better than your orcs in The Hobbit, man. The Hobbit, they're full CGI. I don't like that look, Peter. I want them wearing the prosthetic mask, but it's an update mask, better than your Lord of the Rings mask that you created for your Lord of the Rings movies, I'm sorry. It's like that Delby animal, except better than that. Peter, is $100 million enough to create like 50, 60,000 costumes, armor, weapons, all stuff, and masks? Alright, that's more than enough money. For Lord of the Rings, they only had like a $10 million budget towards that. And we create thousands of armor weapons, Ivan, and thousands of prosthetic masks, Ivan. Yeah, people tell me that. Yeah, it's more than enough, Ivan. This is unlimited, I know, Peter. Alright, your company blows out of the water. I know, Peter, blows out of the water. Blows out of the water. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm hungry. I might go upstairs to get breakfast. I don't know. Yeah. And Peter has time with the food. When I call the farmers visit and we buy all the food. Obviously. So I'm saying, huh? But we'll not make the calls for the food until once all Lord of the Rings Hobbit crewmen sign up, we know how much people are in the movie. That's when we make the calls for the food. Because they're gonna ask us, the farmers are gonna ask us, how much people are you feeding? You have to tell them that way they know how much food you have to order, obviously. And we tell them, me and Peter, we tell them all the food we're thinking of serving them, and they tell us all the stuff we have to order. Okay, you have to order the potatoes, you gotta order the beef, the pork, the chicken, all that stuff. And for the drinks, I'm gonna have vending machines where, you know, the Subway vending machines where you have options to switch you can mix the drinks. Yeah, I'm gonna have a vending machine like that. You have like your Mountain Dew, your Coke, your Diet Pepsi, your Diet Coke, your Pepsi, your Orange Crush, your Fruitopia, your 7-Up, your Sprite, and that's enough for the drinks. And you have water, you have orange juice, and because you're having a vending machine for your company. I'm like, yeah, Hollywood doesn't have. In Hollywood they have like cups when they serve us drinks. You're having a vending machine? Yeah, I'm having a vending machine, Peter. He's like, holy shit, your company was all water, Ivan. You're looking at all you can eat luxury buffet. I know, Peter. Peter, I know how people with the food. And Peter helps me make the calls for all the food. We order like a bunch of food. The food is cheap. It only costs me maybe $1 million. $1.3 million or something like that for the food. It's not that expensive. It's pocket change, obviously. To have a luxury buffet to feed the cast and crew for 2 years, maybe $1 million in cost for food. $800K, $1 million in cost for the food. It's cheap. Because the food's cheap. Yeah, the food's cheap, Peter. It's cheap. Easy to afford it. Some Sarah? Yeah. But Peter Jackson might tell you, I didn't fuck about shit in my land. Yeah, he might tell you, I didn't fuck about shit in my land, man. Those guys owe me money, Ivan. Yeah. Lord of the Rings gross. Peter took 10% of the gross. That means Bob Shea and Michael Lynn ripped him off by like $40 million. They ripped him off. Yeah, I'm gonna get my phone. Give me a second. I'll be back in a second. Let's go. We don't want to wait. guys, I'm back. Sorry for the long wait. I was just to get my phone, but I also had to use the bathroom. And I also want to get my breakfast. So yeah. What are you eating? I'm eating like a pizza egg breakfast, right? It's like pizza, but it's like eggs with tomatoes and stuff on top. The folks made it upstairs, so I'll try it. Hey, if Peter Jackson negotiated for the gross sales, then they really, well, I'm sure Michael Lynn really ripped him off. I don't know how much. I think he negotiated for the gross profits, Peter, or gross sales. I don't know. Yeah. Well, obviously, Michael Lynn are evil, man. Even though Peter's a greedy pig, and he made $2 million, man. If you sign a contract and you owe him money, you gotta pay him what you owe him, man. And the response is like, yeah, we don't really care about Peter. We already paid him his $250 million when you read the book, obviously. I mean, that's not the point, man. If you owe him money, you gotta pay him what you owe him, man. You're the one who chose to give him 10% of the gross. Now, if it's a lot of your money, that's your fault. You chose to give him 10% of the gross. There you go. Okay, gross profits. Okay, so yeah. See, if he got gross sales and they ripped him off, because Lord of the Rings did $2.9 million in the box office. So if Peter Jackson was owed 10% of the gross sales, he should have gotten $290 million, but he got $250 million. But when you read the book, they owed Peter money. They owed Peter Jackson money, yeah. They owed him money, obviously. Because Peter must have done the math. He's like, yeah, something's off. They owe me a bit more money. This is pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. So they owe Peter money, yeah. When you read the book, Bob Shea and Michael Lynn, they say, yeah, we don't care about Peter. You know what I'm saying? We already paid him his $250 million. Then Peter wanted to audit their books, but they refused to audit the books. But they sell the agreement, but they owe Peter money, man. Yeah, like, Jackson's just greedy. That's what they said. Jackson's just being greedy, yeah. That's how you know he's a greedy pig. He made $2 million, and he still took him to court because he thought they owed more money. Greedy man, yeah. It's a greedy pig, Peter, yeah. It's greedy. Yeah. Whereas for my company, Peter doesn't have to worry about me ripping him off. Hence why the Fly Man does better. Like, Peter, the Fly Man does better. You don't have to worry about me ripping you off. Because you can easily find ways to rip people off with percentage deals, right? Whereas flat amount deals, you can't rip them off. They sign that deal, they're guaranteed going to get that money. That's why here's the guy, even the flat amount deal's better. I guarantee no I'm going to make this money, yeah. Whereas gross deals, I can find ways to rip you off, right? Yeah. ketchup on my shirt. Yeah. So P might tell you I didn't fuck much in my life. Yeah, he might tell me that. Yeah. He's like, I didn't fuck all of it, man. I even like, even though I made my $250 million, man, I was a fucking dirty slave in Hollywood, man. You might tell me that. Yeah, I was a dirty slave in Hollywood, yeah. But you gave me my freedom, Ivan. Yeah, you'll tell me that. And Bob Shit and Michael Lynn, they owed me money and they gave me a shitty budget, Ivan. They served us like sandwiches for lunch. Yeah, you'll tell me that, Peter. Yeah, you might tell me that. Yeah, it's actually funny. Yeah. 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 Yeah, you need to show John Ali what your idea for Erita. Erita will be a devil. A devil. Yeah, man. A devil, man. A demon. A walking devil, a demon. Erita. It's a devil, yeah. That's why the movie a masterpiece. Please, alright, man. You're looking at a masterpiece, man. Imagine demon, you fighting demons like that. You all the actors fighting demons like that. You guys are gonna be legends, man. You know. You're gonna be legends. Yeah. Samsara. Is Xanus a Bible story? No, it's not. Xanus is like Lord of the Rings, but you can get some biblical symbolism in Xanus, just like you get biblical symbolism in Lord of the Rings. And Narnia, the symbolism is right in your face, right? With Aslan and Edmund and all that stuff. Yeah. Obviously. Lord of the Rings also has Christian symbolism too. Aragorn becomes king like Jesus becomes king. Gandalf dies and he comes back to life, the resurrection of Jesus Christ, obviously. And then Frodo's taking on the burden of the ring, which is like Jesus taking on the burden of sin. And the ring possesses people. Just like sin makes people do evil things, right? That's the symbolism of Lord of the Rings, obviously. Yeah. Because J.R.R. Tolkien was a Catholic. Him and C.S. Lewis were very good friends. They were good friends. C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien knew each other. They were very good friends. And they were both Catholic. J.R.R. Tolkien was a Catholic, I believe. And C.S. Lewis was a Catholic too. They were Christians. So there is biblical symbolism in Xanus, obviously, but it's not a Bible story, no. It's a fantasy story like Lord of the Rings. But you can get some biblical symbolism in there, obviously. That's why Mel Gibson is also good too, because he did Passion of the Christ. He's good for the biblical symbolism and also the horror. Whereas Peter's better for the fantasy world. That's why it's like a back and forth. You're going to have to test their creativity, and whoever comes up with better answers, that's the director I hire. I talk about Peter more, but I might end up choosing Mel, right? Peter's been more interesting to talk about compared to Mel. I might go for Mel Gibson or Peter. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Yeah. Or I might choose Peter. We'll see what happens, obviously. You have to interview them. And whoever comes with better answers, that's the director I hire. They all want that job so bad. Yeah, I want to direct Eyes Movie so bad. Yeah, Peter and Mel Gibson, I want to direct Movie so bad. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I want to experience that glory and fame with Ivan and VJ. be part of that amazing 1.1 budget movie, and I want to get paid my money, obviously. They want to get paid that big check, obviously, right? Yeah, that big check. That big check, yeah. Yeah, so show John Han Ali what you're thinking of for Ephesus and Eretat. I'm going to show you guys the picture again. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking of for Ephesus. Show John Han Ali these pictures of what they know. See that? Yeah. Now I want something like this for the costumes and the mask. Previous Ivan, you want them wearing a costume and mask like this? Yes. Now with their devils, then when you apply the $300+ million, $330 million towards visual effects and special effects, they're demons. They're devils and demons. And for Eretat, I want them looking like this. They're devils, man. Previous Ivan, you want Eretat to look like that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, that's a fucking scary devil, Ivan. I know. That's why they're looking at a masterpiece of a movie. Eretat, the King of the South. Look at that. It's a devil, man. Look at that, man. Devils like that, man, yeah. Demons like that. Yeah, man. Ephesus is the devil. Yeah, demons are that, guys. Oh. Show John Han Ali and Peter what they know and get them all Toro. Demons like that. For the movie. So imagine Eretat, he's a king of the south, he's psychotic, he has his own throne, he sits down on the throne. You know what I'm saying? He hates the humans. Tactius? I hate Tactius. So it's like a sick movie, man. Yeah. Because, yeah, if you have Eretat that be devils of that and Ephesus be devils of that, the world will be hooked watching the movie, man. You're looking at a masterpiece. I know, Peter. You have that huge access like Prince of Egypt. Yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. Please, Ivan, this is better than my Lord of the Rings trilogy. I know, Peter. It's better than Lord of the Rings. I mean, he's like, Ivan, my Ring Race and Fellowship of the Ring were fucking creepy. And Fellowship of the Ring was 14 plus, I believe. And we only put like $30 million towards visual effects and they were devils, Ivan. Imagine putting $300 million towards visual effects towards the demonic beings and the war and the world. But you're looking at devils, Ivan. I know, Peter. Ivan, you're looking at a match. This is better than Lord of the Rings. I know, Peter. It's better than Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's a sick movie. Yeah. So, Ivan, you want Zane's rated R? Yes, Peter. I want it rated R. I don't want it PG-13. You have to have a rated R. Everything of them are demons. You have to have a rated R. You have to, man. That way you tell powerful story. I know what I'm doing. I'll tone down the sex scenes, obviously. I'm not going to have full-on nudes like Game of Thrones. That's crazy. It's partial nudes, but it's rated R. I'm going to tone down the sex scenes. I don't want to do full-on nudes. That's crazy. Partial nudes, like Underworld. Yeah, I even have partial nudes. That way the actors are comfortable. Yeah, partial nudes, not full-on nudes, but it's still rated R. The horror is real. The wolves cut off heads and they feast on human flesh. It's crazy, man. The devils. The kids can't watch it, Peter. The kids can watch it. Their family, their parents will cover it. They'll be fine. So, but the kids will be a bit scared. Because I remember when I watched Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring when I was 10, I thought the movie was scary when I watched it. When I was 10, I was scared. The orcs freaked me out. I was actually scared because I'd never seen a movie like that before. Because when I was a kid, I never went to the theaters. My parents never let me. The folks never let me watch scary movies. So when I watched Lord of the Rings for the first time, I was so hooked watching it. It was the best movie experience of my life, Fellowship of the Ring. And the orcs were they were fucking scary, man. They creeped me out when I watched it, yeah. Because I was a tiny old kid, but now when I watch it, it's not that scary. But even now, it gets to me. Even like that scene with Faramir is pretty freaky, man. When you see the orcs like approaching, and the Helm's Deep army too is pretty freaky too. You get that you get that music, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Ladders. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, holy shit, that's pretty freaky, yeah. And Peter's like, if you think my ring race and Orc High were scary in Lord of the Rings, man, these beings are gonna make them look PG, like make them look good. Ivy, looking at devils, I know, devils. Hence, we're looking at a masterpiece, man. Dennis. Show them not only those pictures that way they know that way they know that this is what you want Air to them to look like. Yeah, you have to show them the pictures. Some Sarah, it's very important. The concert arts will be fun. Doing the concert arts with Peter's like, I'm having a blast. This is fun, Ivan. Yeah, I know, Peter. No, I mean, seriously, I'm having a blast working on your movie. I can't wait. They'll say, oh, yeah, Peter, I'm excited too. Relax, man. Chill. He's like, ready for the movie, Peter. Yeah, it's actually funny. I'm saying, yeah. Yeah. Even working on the script will be pretty fun, too. Yeah. The script will be dirty work. So, Peter, look, man, we're going to go downstairs. You get your tea. I get my coffee. Guillermo del Toro gets his coffee. I'll have Fran Guillermo del Toro help us out like maybe a couple times during the week. It will mainly be me and Peter working on the script, but I'm going to give the script to Fran and Guillermo del Toro. They read it, and they give their input, and they help us out, too, with the script, too. So, Peter, we're going to get our tea and our coffee. We lock ourselves in my office, and we work on the script every day for 3 hours. Don't do a thing when you work on the script all day. You're going to stress Peter out. Work on it for 3 hours a day. That's good enough. And in the afternoon, we have to do the concert arts. Concert arts are very important. That will build the world, what the world looks like, demonic characters, the crows, the eagles. Here's Ivan, the eagles are the watchers of the north. Yeah, and Aratat's crows are the spies of the south. Oh yeah, he's like, holy shit, you're looking at our masterpiece, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? The devil crows. Yeah, I'd be looking at our masterpiece. This is very Lord of the Rings. I don't think it's very Lord of the Rings. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, the Wolves of Rak, the Devil Wolves of Rak. Oh yeah, holy shit! We should have them say that more often in the movie, Ivan. Because in the book they only say the Wolves of Rak, I think, like 2-3 times. But in the movie, Peter might tell me, Ivan, the Wolves of Rak is a good term. We should use that more in the movie. Yeah, Peter, we can put that. We can have them call them the Wolves of Rak, the Devil Wolves of Rak, the Wolves of Rak. Peter's like, Ivan, the Wolves of Rak. That's cool. That sounds amazing, Ivan. The Wolves of Rak. Oh, yeah, the Wolves of Rak. He's like, holy shit, looking at a sick movie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, give me a sec, guys. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back in a sec. This might be maybe a 2-hour video, guys. Today's your lucky day. But I gotta use the bathroom, guys. Back in a sec. Alright, guys, I'm back. Yeah. That's why it's supposed to be a masterpiece, guys, man. You'll see when I read my book. I wrote an amazing book, man. Yeah. Will Peter tell you he enjoyed your book more than the Rings? Yeah, he might. He might tell me, yeah, I enjoyed your book more than Jar Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. He's like, Ivan, you have no idea how tough it was to adapt the Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is a fucking has to adapt. Jared Tolkien has so many things going on every page. I have to cut out so many things. Whereas your story, we don't have to cut out much things. It's easier. Your book is much easier to follow, Ivan. Yeah, it's easier to follow. Whereas Lord of the Rings, it's crazy. Peter even had to cut out lands. There's some lands that are in the book that are not in the movie. Because Jared Tolkien has so many lands. He has so many characters. Peter even cut out quite a bit of characters too. Obviously, in the movie, yeah, he cut out a lot of things. Because Lord of the Rings is a drag to follow, whereas my book is much easier to follow than Lord of the Rings. People will tell me, yeah, your book's more easier to follow than Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's easier to follow than Lord of the Rings, my book. It's much easier. I'm sorry? Yeah. 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 So you need to show Peter Prince of Egypt, that way he knows where the X is. He's I don't see what you're saying. So they journey through the mountains, they're all scared, and they don't really know. They have an idea, but they don't really know what to expect. And Takis is leading them with his cousins, and you have me, Cassie as Jimo Hansu, you have VJ, she's with Ariana Grande, Belle, and you have Eli, John Rhys Davis, if he's chosen. And in the back, you have Tassitonius, John Boyega. Papyri's in the front too, obviously. In the back, you have John Boyega, you have Carl Urban as Cornelius, you have Danielle Menez as Mary, you have Job, Andy Serkis. Why are they people in the front and the back? Because they have to protect the people. I don't want to spoil the story for you. You'll see what I mean when you read the book. And they journey through the mountains, and you have mosquitoes. Because Ivan, the mosquitoes at the size of your hand, they bite the people, and they fight them off with the torches. Yeah, I'm looking at a sick movie. And the jaguars guard the entrance of the Gilead's Cavern City, huh? Like Moria, I'm like, yeah, and Takis is going to have to fight them. And they journey through the cavern, they camp there, and the demon bats are sleeping in there. They sleep. The bats are sleeping in there. Looking at a masterpiece. And the cavern will look even bigger than Moria because I'm actually gonna build like a 1 acre set for it. Because we can afford to build like a 1 acre cavern city and a 1 acre artificial mountain. Where we have a pathway, they have trees and they journey through. Alright, if you apply the visual effects, we're looking at something beautiful, I know. For Lord of the Rings, they had like a small little tiny set and it looked amazing. Moria. And I'm actually gonna build a 1 acre like huge city. Gilead's city with pillars and everything and the rooms and you have to rely on the visual effects to fill in the blanks, but it'll look amazing. Peter's Ivy, look at something unheard of for the movie when you apply the visual effects. Ivy, looking at something better than Lord of the Rings, I know, Peter. A better world-building Lord of the Rings. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So you help him out, man. That way you help him get him all tore out. That way you make a better movie. Please, Ivan, thank you, man, for showing me this clip, man. You gave me some ideas, man. I see what you're saying, Ivan. They're all scared with torches and all that stuff, and you're leading in the front, and Jimon's he comforts you. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are walking, you guys don't really know what you're walking into. I'm like, yeah, Priest. He said, holy shit, looking at Ivan. They're all scared with torches, and the demon bats are sleeping in there. He's like, holy shit, this is a deep, powerful story, Ivan. This is better than mine, Lord of the Rings. I know Priest is better than Lord of the Rings. Ivan, seriously, this is going to be the best movie trilogy ever made, Ivan. I know, Peter. I can't wait for this movie, though, man. I know, Peter. I'm excited, too. Relax, man. Relax. I'm saying, yeah. Yes, I'll show you Prince of Egypt again. That way you show Peter this clip and get him all Toro. That way they know when you help him out and you make an amazing movie together. You need to show Peter this clip, Ivan. Look at that sick movie. Do they have torches? Yeah. He comforts Moses? Yeah. Jimon Su comforts you, you know what I'm saying? Please, I see what you're saying. Like, Jimon Su, you pat your hand on the back, he comforts you. You guys don't know what you're walking into. You're walking into devil terrain. I'm like, yeah, Peter. You're looking at a sick movie, though. Yeah, you gave me some ideas. Thanks. I'm saying, because Peter's buying my idea for the movie. Let me show you that clip again. Show Peter this so he knows about it, you know? See, they have torches. This scene here. This is what I'm thinking of for when they journey through the mountains. Something like this. So the mountains don't look like this. They're green, mossy mountains, but you give Peter ideas. Peter, I want some ideas. Okay, I see what you're saying. They're entering devil terrain. They don't know what they're really dealing with. Yes. He's like, holy shit, looking at matches, Ivan, I know. And I can afford 5,000 extras. I can afford it. Yeah. See that? For the movie. Show Peter this, so he knows. Peter's Ivan, I see what you're saying. You gave me some ideas. He's like, thank you, Ivan. And I said, Ivan, you're looking at a masterpiece, man. This is a deeper, powerful story than mine, Lord of the Rings. I know, Peter. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, you wrote a masterpiece. Ivan, how'd you come up with this story, man? You wrote an amazing story. I enjoyed your book more than J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. I know, Peter. I'm gifted, man. It's a gift from the heavens. Ivan, seriously, man, your story is a masterpiece, man. This is like the best fantasy story ever told, Ivan. Real told me that, I was saying, yeah. Yeah. I really think Xanus Movie Lord of the Rings. Yes, it will. I showed you guys the demonic beings. Imagine themes of that. And I showed you guys the huge extras. There's never been a movie made where you have an excess of 5,000 extras. 5,000 people. Hollywood can't afford that, man. Well, I can afford it. I can afford an excess of 5,000 people, 20,000 people. I can afford it. Because my budget's so big. I have like a $4,500 budget towards extras. I can afford it. Yeah, easy afford it. Yeah. I can afford it. Yeah, man. I can afford it. And that's why VJ cries so wide. She doesn't want to miss out on that life of me being the most famous movie star in the world. I signed that manual on Amazon. She's in Hollywood doing her shitty movies, seeing hell. She'll be crushed, man. That's why she's crazy and she cries here every night. I told you I can't take VJ seriously because she keeps cheating on me with all these guys. That's why when you cry to me, VJ, I ignore you because I can't take you seriously. You cry and have your tears and say you love me and you fuck guys after that, man, because you're fucking crazy, man. Yeah, man. And when I get a girlfriend, you give me hell for it because you're fucking crazy. I'm not gonna listen to you, VJ. You're not gonna listen to me. I'm not gonna listen to you either. There they go. Karma's a bitch. There you go. Don't hate him, son. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Are you really serious when you say the theory chains can't handle a billion people? Yes, I'll show you guys. Hence why the theory chain doesn't work. It's too crazy. Yeah, see? Can the theory chains handle a billion people? This is what it says on AI Overview. No, a single theory chain like AMC Theaters cannot handle a billion people. The largest movie theater chain in the world still has limited capacity. For example, AMC has thousands of screens in the US and Canada, but even if all those screens were filled to capacity, it would still be a tiny fraction of a billion people. Right here. I'm not making this up. See that? Whereas Amazon can handle it. I'll show you Amazon. See it? You guys can read it. Yeah. And Amazon can handle it. Can Amazon handle a billion orders? Yes, Amazon can handle a billion orders, and indeed it does. Amazon's extensive infrastructure, automation, and ongoing investments allow them to deliver billions of items to customers worldwide, including a significant portion on the same or next day. See? Can Amazon handle a billion people? And this is the response that AI Overview gives me. See that? That's why Amazon's going to come in to partner with. They can handle a billion orders. Obviously, they're the only company I can partner with. If I want to do 4K Blu-ray distribution, Amazon's the only company you can handle a big order like that. Or my other choice would be streaming, but I don't like streaming. I'm not a fan. People say, I even don't do streaming. 4K Blu-ray is much better than streaming. Yeah, nice box. It's better that they have a box set. Yeah, it's nice to have a nice box set. And 4K Blu-ray is Dolby Vision, Dolby Sound, man. Whereas streaming is 1080p HD. 4K Blu-ray is Dolby Vision, Dolby Sound. And that's why I recommend you guys put money into a theater system. All you guys who don't have a theater system at home, I recommend you invest money into a theater system at home when I start Sky Entertainment. That way you get a theatrical experience at home, an amazing experience at home. You know, get your popcorn, order your pizza, you enjoy the show, obviously. Will you get popcorn for your movie, Ivan? Nah, I'm probably gonna get like maybe Wendy's or something like that. Yeah, I'm not really a big popcorn guy, right? Yeah, or I might get popcorn, but a lot of people will get popcorn and like candy and that kind of stuff. Yeah, let's go to the store. Let's get popcorn and candy. Some people will order like pizza. Some people will do a barbecue. Some people will get chips. Some people will get McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, A&W's, Five Guys, Popeyes using that chicken. You know what I'm saying, yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. Well, a lot of people will be getting popcorn. Popcorn's cheaper too, right? Popcorn, you can get like a case of like six pop. You can get a box of like 6 popcorns for like $6, $7. It's cheap popcorn. You get chocolate and candy and then like drinks. Yeah, so some people might do that obviously for my movie, and some people might get pizza. It just depends, obviously, right? But everyone will be getting food for my movie. The whole world. That's why I'm looking at a crazy frenzy. Everyone around the world will be getting food for my movie. Okay, the food's arrived in the mail. What do you guys want? You want popcorn, candy? Do you want to order pizza? And the people tell them what they want. Some people get popcorn, some people get pizza. It's crazy, yeah. For that amazing Xanus Movie, airs them Devils. Yeah, crazy buzz, man. You think John Capia, Army of Banana, going crazy for Superman? James Gunn Superman coming out this year in July. Yeah, James Gunn Superman, guys, is coming out this July. You're welcome, Warren Wills. I'm promoting your movie. That's how nice I am, yeah. If you think John Campy and all of them are going crazy for Superman, nothing. They're going absolute crazy bonkers for Xanus, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man. They're going absolute bonkers and crazy for Xanus. It's crazy, man. Crazy, yeah. They're going absolute bonkers and crazy for Xanus. If you think Nerd of the Rings is a Lord of the Rings fan, even though he loves Lord of the Rings, he's a nerd. He's a nerd, obviously. And Star Wars Theory is a Star Wars nerd. They're much bigger Xanus nerds, Xanus fans. Nerd of the Rings will be a crazier Xanus fan than he is Lord of the Rings, because J.R.R. Tolkien's not the son of God, right? Yes, J.R.R. Tolkien's a legend. I respect him, but Ivan O'Mara is the son of God. I'm bigger than J.R.R. Tolkien. Nerd of the Rings will be an even crazier fan for Xanus. Yeah, I can't. Even though I love Lord of the Rings, I liked Ivan's book better than Lord of the Rings. I can't wait to buy his merch. I can't wait to watch his movie. I can't wait to play his game or watch Reva's walkthrough. Neatus too. Yeah, they're all excited. They're all hardcore fans, man. Yeah, and all the booktubers like Brian Durfee and all them, they're all gonna be like, yeah, Ivan takes the crown. His Xanus fantasy novel I enjoyed the most out of all these books. Yeah, guaranteed Brian Durfee will like my book better than Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. Todd Williams and Way of Kings. Yeah, I like these books, but man, Ivan's book, there's something about Ivan's book that stands out. I enjoyed it more than these books. Yeah, because I'm gifted. I have the gift from the heavens. I wrote a masterpiece, man. An amazing book. That's why the gates won't control your brand, Ivan. They know how good it is, man. They want to take your billions and give you and VJ the peanuts. But I have the keys. I don't sell you that. Money out of the books for me and VJ. It's not for you. So I'm sorry. Yeah. What if everyone will buys it? If everyone will buys it, which is not going to happen because they don't speak English, I'll be making my 80, 90, 100 billion off the book. Something crazy. Yeah, like $100 billion, $90 million off the book. But it's not going to be everyone on the world because the people who don't speak English are not going to buy it, man. They don't understand my book, man. Because they won't buy it. It's 10 to 20 billion I make. 10, 14, 20 billion. That's why VJ will be curious. How much money did you make out of your book, by the way? She goes, fucking even. No, I was seriously, how much money did you make? Yeah, VJ, I made like $50 million. You made $50 million off your book? I'm like, yeah, I did. She's like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. I know. A lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to show you Lord of the Rings again. The Battle of Osgiliath. You know how Faramir looked a bit scared and brave? Yeah, think about that for the wolves. You have demon wolves looking like that and bats. And Tax and all them are brave men. Show Peter that clip that way he knows who you are. You're thinking of something like that for when the wolves approach and they're a bit scared. Yes, Peter. Like your Osgiliath war in your Lord of the Rings movie. He's like, they're not coming from the north. To the river, quick, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll show you that clip again, guys. Yeah. But yeah, it's a sick movie, man. Things are back for me on the Prince, you know what I'm saying? Or Jimo Hansui's a general, you know what I'm saying? Don Cheadle, the Captain of the Archers, or Vigo. They're kind of sick movie, man.
The Orcs are lying low. The garrison may have moved out. We've sent scouts to Cair Andros. If the Orcs attack from the north, we'll have some warning.
Yeah. Imagine demon wolves like I showed you looking like that. And they're approaching. These orcs are not that scary, right? But you still felt for them in the movie, right?
Quiet.
Please, I can imagine demon wolves looking like that. And they're approaching them. You guys are going to be legends, I know. Show Peter this clip that we know. Yeah, you think of some of that when the wolves approach, they're a bit scared and brave. Yes, Peter. Tell Peter that Ivan, that way he knows. Imagine demon wolves looking like that approaching. Yeah. You see how it looks scared? Yeah. You see that? Yeah. You see how brave he looks? Yeah, see? Picture something like that for all the humans fighting the wolves in the movie. They're brave. Because I see what you're saying. They look brave. Yeah, they're brave and because they're fighting devils, man. He looks scared, a bit scared in this movie, and the orcs were not that scary in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, see that? I see his look on his face. Yeah. I get the picture. So think something like that, except like the Eretan them are devils. Like the orcs in Return of the King were pretty freaky, but they're PG-13 orcs. Hence why I don't want PG-13 Eretan, Peter. Like it'll still be a masterpiece, but you're defeating the purpose of the story. In the book, they call Eretat the Devil Wolf King of the South. They call him the Devil Wolf King. They called them the Demon Wolves, the Devil Wolves, the Devil Wolves of Rak. You know what I'm saying? Hence why you have to have Eretan to be demons. That way you tell an amazing story. I know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Amen. Some sorry. Please, as you just saying, you know what I'm saying? He ended up directing a masterpiece. Yeah, man. Better than Lord of the Rings, guys. Yeah, man. So Peter, it'll be easier for Peter when he directs you, yeah, because I'm so unique on the screen. After like 5 takes, Peter's like, Ivan, that's good enough. Yeah. Where those Hollywood actors have to work a little bit harder. Not me, right? Yeah. I do 6 takes. Peter's like, Ivan, that's good enough. That's good enough, Ivan. That's good. That's good enough, Zen. Yeah. Peter's like, Ivan, you have no idea how cool you look on the screen, man. You and VJ look on the screen. You look, that's fucking cool, man. Yeah, that's why he's so excited for my movie. I can't wait to see you, man, in the fucking movie. Yeah, the Hollywood actors help with buzz, Ivan, but the world's mainly buzzing to see you and VJ, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why he's so excited for the movie, Peter. That story, all those evil wolves, and I'm the Prince of Xanus. Like, yeah, sick movie. Yeah. Peter's like, Ivan, if you were not in the movie, I would lose a lot of interest in the movie, man. You being in the movie and VJ makes me way more excited, Ivan. I know. I'm special. See, that's why I'm worth the treasure. I'm taking most of the treasure because me and VJ are the main show, not you guys. But I'm so nice to give the actors a rich contract, and I'm paying Peter a rich contract too for the movies. I'm saying, yeah, obviously, I'm paying all the actors a lot of money. They don't even make in Hollywood. Yeah, Avon Joje gets his $4 million. He gets $5.5 million of the film profits. He gets $1.5 million for the game. He gets $250K for the promos. You know what I'm saying? He gets potential earnings in speaking. John Mayer makes his $9 million. He gets $8 million of the film profits back end. He gets $1.8 million for the game. He gets $250K for the promos and potential earnings in speaking. Colliver makes his 4.2, $6 million of the back end. He gets like his 6 million for the game. And he gets his $250K for the promo. That's a $12 million deal. They all signed massive contracts. Yeah, Don Cheadle gets his $10 million, $16 million of the film profits. Or Vigo gets his $10 million, $16 million of the film profits. They're all signed massive deals. So even though I'm making way, me and Peter and VJ are making way more than them, the actors will not be pissed off because I made sure they're taken care of. The amount of money they made off the movie, they never have to work again, man. They can just retire and live off that money for 30 years of their life. And they made so much money. So even though I'm very greedy, I'm generous. I'm not greedy and cheap like the New Line executives who told Elijah Wood he has a crappy agent. They could have easily paid him more, double. I'm not kidding around. When you read the book, I think it was Michael Lynn. He told Elijah Wood, you have a crappy agent. We could have paid you double. That's how you know they're fucking evil New Line executives. And Peter had to stand up for Elijah Wood. Hey man, don't tell an actor that, man. Like, come on, man. He's working for you. Don't tell an actor that. Peter stood up for Elijah Wood. But Peter's still a greedy pig. He took all that treasure from himself, Lord of the Rings, man. He's a greedy pig, that guy. He's greedy. He's a greedy animal. He's greedy, Peter. He's a greedy pig, you know what I'm saying? It's actually funny. Yeah. 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 So Russell Crowe's good for Xanus. Yes, he is, but he has to compete with Vigo and Don Cheadle for the role. Obviously. But Vigo and Don Cheadle are cheaper than Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe's gonna cost more money. I have to put an extra, to have Timothy Chalamet and Russell Crowe in my movie, I have to put an extra $40 million into the budget. So I end up having a $450 million budget towards salaries to pay Russell Crowe his bonus and his salary, his base salary. Russell Crowe, I can pay him $18 million base salary for the 1 year of shooting. And he gets a $9.7 million signing bonus in his bank. It's a good deal for him. And you give him $55 million of the back end film, film profits. And you can pay him his $4 million for the game. You can give him like $3.2 million for the merch, $3.3 million for the merch. He signed like a 91, 92 million Canadian deal, which is a 100 like 2 million deal in his Australian money. So Russell Crowe signed a massive $100 million deal. It's a massive contract for him. That's how much Robert Downey Jr. is making for Avengers. And Russell Crowe is much smaller than Robert Downey Jr. That's why my comic blows out of the water. And Timmy Chalamet, you can pay him 10.5. You can give him, yeah. You can give him like 16 million on the back. It depends how much he's worth. If he's worth like 35, I can give him 14 instead of 16. If he's worth his 40 by then, which he might be, you give him 16 million on the back into the Xiaomi. That's a good deal for him. And you can pay him like his 2.3 million for the game. You can give him $1 million, like 2 for the merch. And Timmy Chalamet signed his like 30 million deal, which is like $20 million in American money. It's a good deal for Timmy Chalamet. Some Sarah. But Timmy Chalamet has to compete with Yvonne Joje and Dev Patel for the role. I'm not just going to give you guys a role. You have to compete, man. People might tell me, Ivan, Russell Crowe is going to help build more buzz for your movie, Ivan, as Maramis, the captain of the Archers, Maramis. You know what I'm saying? But people might tell me, Ivan, I picture Maramis more as Don Cheadle as a black guy. I know, Peter. I see what you're saying. Like, Russell Crowe is good as Maramis, but I picture Don Cheadle more as Maramis than I do Russell Crowe. You see what I'm saying? Russell Crowe would be good for Maramis, the captain of the Archers. But he's just more expensive. I can afford to pay him, but he's going to cost me more money. And he's taking more of the box office, the back end film profits of the movie. The Fork Employee movie, right? Film profits. Yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. People tell me, Ivan, Russell Crowe is good, but you got to pay him more money, Ivan. You got to give him a nice piece of the back end. Yeah, I can easily afford it. Yeah, Ivan, your profits is unlimited pretty much. Yeah, I can easily pay him a lot of money for the film profits, Russell Crowe. Well, I have to pour more money into the budget to pay him more money. Yeah, you have to put more money in the budget to pay more money. Whereas Don Cheadle and Viggo are cheaper. Don Cheadle and Viggo glad you move for 10 million. Whereas Russell Crowe might demand 15 plus million, 15, 20 million because he's greedy. He's a big actor. He's a bigger A-lister, a big powerful A-lister. Whereas Viggo and Don Cheadle are smaller A-listers. They're pretty big too, but they're not Russell Crowe, right? Yeah. What about Orlando Bloom for Maramis? He's not good for Maramis, man. Orlando Bloom has too much of that. He has that baby face, a youthful look. He's not good for Maramis. People were like, yeah, Orlando Bloom's not good for Maramis. I can't picture Maramis. Yeah, I can't picture. Even though he did Lord of the Rings, he was an archer. He's not good for Maramis. Because Maramis is a veteran, has a veteran look. That's why Viggo's good. He has that veteran look. Don Cheadle has that veteran look. Russell Crowe has that veteran look. And Russell Crowe did Robin Hood, the movie that came out 15 years ago with Oscar Isaac. Yeah, he did Robin Hood. He was an archer. That's why he's also good for Maramis. But if Russell Crowe's chosen, he has to drop weight. Because right now he's pretty fat. Yeah, Russell Crowe, for the movie, you have to drop like 25 pounds, man. You have to look, I want you looking a bit thinner. And they're going to have him he has long hair. Yeah, I can picture him. Yeah, Russell Crowe has to drop weight for the role. And he has to, he has long hair for the movie. He's the captain of the Archers. That's my idea. Viggo has long hair. Don Cheadle, he doesn't have to have long hair. You can have him be bald if you want Don Cheadle. But Viggo, I want him having long hair. Russell Crowe, I want him having long hair. And all those actors are going to compete hard for the job. They want that job so bad, man. Yeah, I want to be in Ivan's movie and experience that glorious success and fame and wealth with him. Yeah, pay all that money to be part of that glory with him. Yeah, him and Vijay. Yeah, it's crazy. So Sarah. Yeah. That's why Scotch will burn in Hollywood. And Xanus will be the best movies ever made. Yeah, man. So Sarah. Yeah. So John Rhys Davis is good for Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he is. He's very good for Eli. The problem with him, I wish he was younger, man. He's 78, 79 now. By the time I do Zane's, he'll be in his 90s. He'll be fucking old, man. It appears like, yeah, even his age, he's getting old. Yeah, he's old. He'll be like 90. Because Pierce Byron, I have no worry about it. He'll be fine, man. The work will be a bit tough for him. We can have a chair for him when he's tired. He sits down. He'll be fine, Ivan. I know Peter, but he'll be like in his 90s when he films Zane's. He's too fucking old. That's why I might have to pick someone else. I don't know. Because John Rhys Davis will be like 90 when he films Xanus. He's 79 now. So if I film Xanus in 20, let's say 36, that's 11 years from now. Yeah, he'll be like 91, 92 when he films the movie. He'll be fucking old. Could he handle that work, John Rhys Davis? I don't know. You might have to have stunt. Because we can have stunt doubles for him from the action sequences. He'll be fine. I have to worry about it. And Peter will tell me that. Because Peter's by my read. Yeah, he's by my read, Peter. Yeah. For John Rhys Davis, you're gonna have to have stunt doubles jump in for the fighting scenes, because he'll even tell me, "Oh, my body's done. I can't even do action scenes anymore, man." In Lord of the Rings, he was a young dude. He was like in his late 50s, and now he's like 90. He's getting old. He's fucking old. Hence why I might choose someone else. I don't know, but he's very good for Eli. John Rhys Davis. Like, he has that voice. Even kind of looks like VJ. Yeah, Peter Ivan, he even kind of looks like VJ, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. But his age period, yeah, I see what you're saying. He's a bit old. He's older now. You know what I'm saying? He's a bit older. Yeah, Peter, he's a bit older. He's like, yeah, I see what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people tell me that for the movie. Yeah. Peter Ivan, you're interested in a lot of my Lord of the Rings guys are. Yeah, Peter. Andy Serkis, Carl Urban, Vigo. You also have John Rhys Davis. Yeah. Obviously. And beware, Ivan, of the greedy agents for the actors are. They're fucking greedy pigs. Yeah, Russell Crowe's agent might want 100 million of the film profits. I'm like, guys, man, you think I'm stupid, man? You're getting greedy. I'm not going to pay Russell Crowe that. He's not worth that. He gets 55. I'm not paying him any more than 55, man. You guys are getting greedy. This is enough money for him. You guys are fucking greedy. He signed a 100 million deal in his Australian money. That's 54 million in his bank after taxes, and his agent's cut. Russell Crowe's walking with a lot of money. You guys are just being greedy, Samsara. Yeah. So you need Peter taking his notes. Yes, Peter, you gotta take your notes. Every time we finish writing the script and we do the concept arts, whenever work is done at 5, when you go to the hotel room, the first thing you gotta do is dedicate a good hour and a half of your time, go over the 3-4 pages you wrote down and take your notes with Guillermo Toro. Guillermo Toro will help you out with the notes. And Frank can help you out with the notes, Peter. That way you're prepped and you don't wing it for my movie. I don't want you winging it for my movie, Peter. I need you having an idea for every scene. I need you prepped. He's like, okay, Ivan. You have to listen to me, Peter. I'm the boss. You gotta take your notes. And Peter works hard. He takes his notes with Guillermo Toro and everything. Yeah. Samsara. Yeah. And make an amazing movie together. And Peter will have an idea for the notes, because when we co-write the script, we talk about the ideas for the movie. So Peter will already have an idea of what he wants done for the movie, but he needs to take his notes. You don't have to take detailed notes. Just take a good maybe page and a half of notes for the 4 pages. That way you have an idea for each scene. You're prepped. You can get them into our prep when shooting begins, and you don't wing it like you did for The Hobbit. Because for Lord of the Rings, Peter was 100% prepped. Whereas for The Hobbit, Warner Bros. Only gave Peter 5 months to prepare, so he had to wing it. And The Hobbit was a pretty good series for someone who winged it. The first 2 movies, right? Unexpected Journey and Desolation of Smaug are pretty good movies. Whereas the third movie, Peter's winging it copped him. The third movie was terrible. It was not terrible, but it wasn't that great of a movie. The third movie was not that good. So I'm saying, that's why, Peter, I need you prepped. I don't want you winging it for my movie. You need to be prepped. You can get them all to be prepped when you direct the movie, when production starts. Samsara? Yeah. It's very important. Almost done, guys. This is a 2+ hour video. Holy shit. Today's your lucky day, guys. I talked for 2 hours. Yeah, I even made a 2-hour video. I know. I know 1 hour videos for me is nothing, right? Yeah. People tell me, Ivan, like, whatever I want to do, Ivan, whatever I want to do for the battle scenes, the war, the horror, the wolves and bats, the crows, you know what I'm saying, the rolling, the sets, I can do whatever I want. I can afford whatever I want to do, Ivan. You gave me on the budget, I know. Lord of the Rings, there's a lot of things I wanted to do, but we just couldn't afford it, Ivan. We were limited. Like, I would love to have more extras, but we couldn't afford more extras, Ivan. We can easily afford to have thousands of extras in Switzerland, yes. Yeah. Some Sarah. Paying them $180 a day. They can take time off work. People who make $50K a year make like $170 a day. So the extras can take time off work to be in my movie because I'm paying them $180. It's a lot of money for an extra, right? It's a good paycheck. But I can't feed them. You have to bring them lunch. Because, yeah, I mean, fuck the extras. We can't feed them, yeah. We can't feed the extras. We can't feed them, yeah. So, Sarah. So you're gonna have to have helicopters, yes. When the actors film, because sometimes we'll be filming on location. Because I'm not gonna have miniature sets. I'm like, Peter, I don't need miniature sets for my movie. Yeah, Ivan. The only reason why we have miniature sets for Lord of the Rings, we couldn't afford to build all these sets. So we have to rely on miniature sets for the Black Gate and all that stuff. Whereas for my movie, I can build all the sets. Even the Wall of Xanus, I can build that. The Great Wall of Xanus, I can build it. The castle, I can build it. But sometimes we'll be filming in studio for interior scenes. Or we don't even have to film in studio. Sometimes we'll do... Well, some scenes we'll film in studio, obviously. But even the interior scenes, we can build interior sets for the castle. And we film it there, right? Like they did for Rohan. Edoras. For Rohan, yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. Please, we can build huge sets like 0.5 acre sets, 1 acre sets, 2 acre sets. I'm going to tell the team, do not build a set any bigger than 2 acres. Otherwise, you're going to drain the budget. But I can easily build like a 1 acre. Guys, I want a 1 acre Gileas Mountain. You build a 1 acre Gileas Mountain and you have the green mossy grass. This is what I'm thinking of for the Mountain of Gileas. That Chromecast picture. Show John how to leave that with you. No, I want the Mountain of Gileas looks something like this. This is a picture I'm thinking of. See this? I want the Mountain of Gileas to be something like this. And it's filled with mosquitoes. Here's Ivan, that's beautiful. Yeah, something like this for the Mountain of Gileas. Show them I'll leave that with you know. Something like this for the Mountain of Gileas. See that? It's a green mossy mountain. And they build the mountain. How big, Ivan? Okay, build a 1 acre mountain. Build a pathway. Put like trees, mossy, put trees and the 5,000 extras journey through there. And you apply the Vision Vector Awards, it looks unheard of. Here's Ivan, you're looking at something unheard of for your world. You build a 1 acre mountain looking like that, and you apply the Special Effects Awards, it looks like something beautiful. I know, Peter. Ivan, your company blows out of the water, I know, man. Like, we're building all these huge sets. We can afford it all, Ivan. I know, Peter. He's all excited for the movie. Here, yeah, it's actually funny. You gave me all of the budget, man. Like, we can do whatever we want with this movie. I know, Peter. Your company blows you out of the water. I know, Peter. I didn't fuck Bob Shea and Michael Land. You might tell me that. I'm way more excited for your days than I was over the Rings. I mean, yeah, people tell me that, yeah. Yeah, show us how to leave that picture for the Mountain of Gileas. I want like something like that. Don't copy it, but make it similar to that. Okay, Ivan. And that's why looking at beautiful. You know how that picture looks beautiful? Yeah. Look at that beautiful wolf of Xanus. It's looking beautiful, yeah, man. Yeah. And that's why all the Xanus stars are going to be bombarded by all the Hollywood actors. They're going to beg them for it, man. Like John, I'm not kidding around, man. Can you please give the bosses a good working, man? Please. It's not fucking fair, man. You're out of the Hollywood system. You're an Ivans movie. You're making more than what we make in Hollywood. And you experience that going infinity, then we're all left behind in the Hollywood system. It's not fair, John. Don't worry about it, guys. I will. He doesn't give word. I'm not giving you word. If I ask you for word, you wouldn't give word either. I'm not giving you word. John Mayer doesn't give word. He's selfish. Yeah, it's actually funny. Yeah. I'm not giving you word. Yeah. They don't give word, man. They're selfish. Yeah, it's actually funny. Yeah. Well, the director's narrative period too. Oh yeah, you're gonna see James Cameron, Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve. They're all now working with Peter too. Peter, man, can you give the bosses a good word for us, man, please, man? Let's try our chances of directing this next movie. Yeah, even the directors are begging too, because they all want out of the Hollywood system. They know I can pay them more, and they know I can give them much bigger budgets for their movies. The director's knowledge. Even James Cameron will be heavy as fuck, man. I even gave you a $1.8 billion budget for Xanus. He's like, holy shit, I wish I can have that kind of money for my Avatar movies. And the Avatar movies are only made for like $350, $400 million. Whereas my movie I'm making for $1.8 billion for the 3 movies. Samsara? Yeah. Samsara? It's a huge budget. A massive budget, yeah, man. Huge budget. Well, all the Hollywood actors have that meeting, yeah. I guarantee you, right before filming, they all get together. Yeah, they might go have a drink at the bar. Okay, guys, Ivan paid us a lot of money, way more than what Hollywood ever paid us. He's spoiling us with all these perks. He's giving us a piece of the gold, man. Let's work our ass off for him. Let's make the best movie ever, man. And they're like, they all work hard for me, man. They work hard for Peter. The work will be a lot easier for Peter Mel Gibson. Sorry, for Peter and Guillermo del Toro, because I pay him a lot of money. Peter doesn't have to worry about getting more out of the actor's performance. They all work really hard because I made sure I paid them a lot of money, obviously. Well, for Lord of the Rings, I guarantee you sometimes Peter had to get more acting out of the actors because they were tired and they got paid shitty money. Yeah, he had to get more out of the actors because they got nothing for Lord of the Rings. Whereas for my movie, they're all making their rich contracts that the actors not going to make. Samsara? Yeah. And hence why you spoil them with a buffet, Ivan. You pay them all that money, you give them a piece of the gold, and then while they're working, you're serving them a luxury buffet. They're going to be more happier and they're going to work harder for you. There's nothing worse than working, even if you get paid a lot of money, there's nothing worse than working in a movie and they serve you like sandwiches, man. And like spaghetti and beef chili. Don't do that. No, serve them an all you can drink, all you can eat, amazing buffet. With your Coke vending machine, your Mountain Dew, and your milkshake. Where the actors are happy and it brightens up the movie because working for 1 year is dirty work. People tell me, you gotta prepare yourself mentally, man. Working for 1 year, man, is not fun. It's dirty work. I know, Peter. No, Ivan, seriously, man, it's not fun. Imagine working 12 hours a day for 1 year, man. It's dirty work, Ivan. People tell me that. Hey, Peter, I'm gonna work hard, man. Don't worry about it. Ivan, you gotta work hard, man. We all gotta work hard. Yeah, to make the best movie possible, we all gotta work hard. We all sign contracts. We all gotta work hard. And everyone works hard. The crewmen work hard. Peter works hard. Guillermo del Toro works hard. The 17 work hard, overseeing the producing stuff. The actors work really hard for me. Me and VJ work hard. Me and VJ are gonna work really hard because we know we're getting the big bucks, man. Yeah, VJ, I know working for 1 year sucks, but once we work for 1 year, we get our big checks. We get our merchandise check, our game check, and we get our movie check, our film check, our massive, huge check. He's like, yeah, I even know, but I'll work hard. And VJ works really hard. I work really hard, and we make the best movie possible. Yeah. I can't wait for Olivia. I know, VJ, I'm excited too, son. She's all excited. Yeah, it's actually funny. Yeah. Yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. So you'll see the difference with the actor's performance. Yeah. I don't know. You see Carl Urban in Lord of the Rings. Because what I might do is before the Xanus movie gets released, I might watch the whole Lord of the Rings. I might watch the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy to build buzz for Xanus. Because Xanus is similar to Lord of the Rings. It's like a fantasy world like Lord of the Rings. The best example of what's similar to Xanus is Lord of the Rings. So Lord of the Rings is a fantasy world, complete fantasy world. Xanus is a complete fantasy world. You have all these demon creatures in there. Hence why I'm like, VJ, let's watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy to build buzz for Xanus. I might watch the documentary too. Before the doc gets released, I'm gonna watch the Lord of the Rings documentary to build buzz for the Xanus documentary. I might do that. A lot of fans might do that too, obviously. And you see Carl Urban, you compare his acting in Lord of the Rings, compare it to mine. Holy shit, Carl Urban's acting in Xanus is better than even his acting in Lord of the Rings. Yes. Why? Because I paid him way more money. Hence he destroys the role of Cornelius, the captain of the blacksmiths. Yeah. You see Andy Serkis' performance in Xanus. He works much harder for me than he even did for Lord of the Rings. But Lord of the Rings, he was a CGI character Gollum. But you see his acting, he's working even harder for me because I paid him more money. But Andy Serkis, I'm gonna pay him less for his base because Job is not as major as. He's like, what the fuck, Ivan? You're paying like what? You're paying John Boyega more than me. I'm bigger than John Boyega. I know Andy Serkis, but John Boyega contributes more to the role. That's why I'm paying you your 8. I'll give you more for the royalties. I can give you 10.8 million in royalties, more than John to keep you happy. Is that a good deal, Ivan? That's a good deal, Ivan. I can pay you $2 million for the game. That's already like a 21 million deal, and you get your you can pay him as like 700K for the merch. You sign like a 22 million deal, Andy Serkis, so a bigger deal than even John Boyega. Andy Serkis doesn't make 22 million in Hollywood. He makes like his 5, his 6, his 7 in Hollywood, his 5 in Hollywood. The Lord of the Rings, he made 1 million, Andy Serkis. The Lord of the Rings, he made 1 million for Andy Serkis, for Gollum, Andy Serkis. Hence why what? They're all going to work hard for me. Yeah, Viggo. If Viggo is chosen, you're going to see his acting in my movie compared to Lord of the Rings. Holy shit. Viggo's performance in Xanus was better than his performance in Lord of the Rings. Yes, because I paid him more money. The Lord of the Rings, he made like $1 million. Whereas for my movie, he made his 10 million base. He's getting 16 million of the film profits. Or work harder for me. They would tell me, oh, fuck you, line man. Those guys pay me like $1 million. They serve me shitty food. I'm gonna work much harder for you. Why? Don't tell me that, Viggo, if he's chosen. Yeah. All these actors destroy the role. They work much harder for me than they do in Hollywood. And I got them out of the Hollywood. Don't forget that, right? Yeah. And I'm giving them better perks. That's why all the Xanus stars are going to destroy the role, man. They're going to destroy the role. Yeah, man. They're all going to destroy the role. It's crazy. Yeah, man. They all destroy the role. I'm over 2.5 hours, guys. Age your lucky day. I made a long video for you guys. Yeah. And that's why Peter wants a bigger chunk of it. Because he's salivating over my brand. Yeah, Ivan, yeah, he knows my brand's going to be so big. Yeah, once Ivan releases the merch, a lot of people in the world are going to buy his merch. Everyone's going to buy his 4K movie on Amazon. And a lot of people are going to buy his game. I want a bigger chunk of that. He's greedy, Peter. Ivan, can I even more of that? I'm like, Peter, no. Stop being greedy. $700 million. If I make $15 billion off the book, Peter gets the $700 million. And he gets $200 million for the merch. I want money for the game. I'm like, Peter, man, I'm not going to give you money for the game. I'm already paying you enough, man. Stop being greedy, Samsara. You could give money for the game, but I'm already paying him enough. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. This is more than what he made for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. If I make my 20, Peter, I'll give you $250 million of the back end for the game profits, and you sign your $1.3 billion deal, and your $850 for the movie. and your 200 million for the merch, you sign your 1.3 billion Canadian deal, which is a 1.65 million deal in your New Zealand money. If I make 20, but if I make 15, 14, you get 700 million and 200 million for the merch, but you don't get any money off the game. That's enough money for your stop. That's enough money for me. A $1+ billion deal is like, holy shit, that's a lot of gold. I know, but you're walking around with 640 million in your bank after taxes, and your agent's cut. That's a lot of money for you, Peter. Yeah, I want a bit more. I want like $700, $800 in my bank. He's greedy, Peter. I'm like, Peter, stop, man. I'm paying enough money. I'm just messing, man. This is not money for me. This is way more than what I made for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, Ivan. I know, Peter. You happy? I'm happy. I'm giving you an the budget, Peter. Sign me up, Ivan. It's a deal. He signs a contract, Peter. Yeah. 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 And you see Peter, when you see the documentary for Xanus and Lord of the Rings, you see Peter, he's much more happy in my movie than he was Lord of the Rings. Because I signed him to a huge $1 billion+ deal, and I gave him an unlimited budget, man. That's why he has a smile on his face. He's so happy, yeah. And I got him out of the house, don't forget that too, right? He's happy. He's happier. And you see how much more excited he is in my movie than he is Lord of the Rings. And you see him working harder in my movie than he even did for Lord of the Rings. Holy shit, man. Peter's working his ass off. Yes, because I paid him a lot of money, and I gave him under the budget, and I got him out of the house system, and what? And he knows an Ivan movie is fucking... It's exciting, man. Seeing me in a movie. Yeah, I mean, I'm way more excited for your Zane's movie than I was with the Rings, Ivan. Like 30+ years ago, I know Peter. He's more excited. Yeah. Obviously, well, Peter might push for money for the world tour. Yeah, he might. Ivan, are you gonna pay me more than the actors for the world tour? I'm like, no, Peter, you got an equal amount. Ivan, why not, man? Like, Ivan, I'm bigger than them. I should get more money. I'm like, Peter, I'm already paying you way more than all the actors. You're not getting any more money for the world tour. You get an equal amount with the actors for the world tour. Stop being greedy, Peter. Ivan, man, I should get more money. I'm like, Peter, stop being greedy. Okay, you get an equal amount with the actors. I'm not paying you more money, man. You're fucking greedy. No, he might want more. I deserve to get more than the actors. I'm like, Peter, you get an equal amount with the Hollywood actors for the world tour. I'm not paying you more money, man. You're fucking greedy, Peter. No, I should get more. I'm like, no, Peter, I'm not paying you more, man. Peter, you're making way more than all the actors for the movie. Their contract is pocket usually part of your contract. Stop being greedy. I'm paying you an equal amount with the actors for the world tour. You get an equal amount. We speak at a venue of 50,000 fans. They charge the fans $40. Me and Region make our $1 million. You get your 28 grand, your 30 grand with the other actors. I'm not paying you more, Peter. You're getting greedy. You're taking most of the money for yourself. Yes, Peter, because me and Vijay are the boss and we're the main show, we're God. That's why we're making more than you guys. I'm so nice as to give you a nice piece of my money. I make $1 million at that venue. Me and Vijay take $600K. Don't hate me, I'm saying. We take $600K and I split $400K with you guys. You make your $28,000. It's a lot of money for you, Peter. You're just greedy, I'm sorry. Yeah. So the actors will be getting different paychecks. Yeah, for the world tour, their paycheck varies. Some events they get $28,000. Some venues they get $17,000. Some venues they get $20,000. Some venues they make $1,200. Some venues they make $5,000. Some venues they make $8,000. Some venues they make $10,000. Some venues they make $12,000. Some venues they make $25,000. It just varies on how much fans they are. If it's a venue of 1,000 people, the actors might make maybe $1,200. If it's a venue of 10,000 people, the actors might make $7 grand, $8 grand, $9 grand. It varies. But if you do the math, if you speak at 80 places and you're getting all those checks, you're looking at like 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, even 600, even 700K in speaking earnings. And because Peter's greedy, he wants more money. Even though 700K in speaking is a lot of money, I want a bit more of that, man. I want like $1 million in speaking because he's greedy, Peter. He wants more money. I'm not paying more money than the actors, but you get an equal amount. Mel gets an equal amount too. Am I going to get more? I'm like, no, Mel. You get an equal amount all the actors if he's chosen. I'm not paying you guys more money for the world tour. Everyone gets an equal amount. And me and Vijay take the majority of the money. So that's how it works. We're the boss, right? But I told you, even though I'm very greedy, I'm taking the majority of the money. I'm nice enough to give a nice piece of my money to the actors. That way they get a good paycheck. Considering that they're your stars and the fans are paid money to see them too. Make sure you pay them well. But if Peter gets greedy and he wants more money, he wants me to pay them more than the actors, wants me to pay him more than the actors, I'm not going to pay more than the actors. He's just greedy, Peter. Watch out for the greedy Peter, Ivan. He's a greedy pig. Greedy pig, that guy, Sarah. He's greedy. You might want more for the... his agent might negotiate. Ivan, will Peter make more than the actors for speaking? I'm like, no, he doesn't. He gets an equal amount with the actors, Peter. I'm sorry. Because I'm already paying him way more than everyone else. That's why, Peter, I'm paying you more than my team. I'm paying you more than my presence. I'm paying you more than all the big stars. You're making way more than everyone else. For the World Tour, you get an equal amount with the actors. I'm not paying more money. Okay, I mean, it's fine. I was saying he's greedy, Peter. He wants some money. I want to be a chunk of that. I was saying he's greedy. He's a greedy pig. He's greedy, though, son. He is a greedy animal. Yeah, he's greedy. He's greedy, Peter. Yeah, man. He's a greedy pig. What time is it now, man? I talked for 2.5 hours. Holy shit. 12 o'clock. Damn. Hence why Scotch was Britton Holland and Xanus was the best news you ever made. Anyways, guys, I'm done. I talked for about 2.5 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this long 2.5 hour show. Stay tuned. I'll make a video tomorrow after my shift at Coco Fruity. This is Adamir. I'm signing up. Peace, guys. Bye. Talk to you soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this amazing show I made for you. Peace out, guys.